is going to spice things up quite a bit.
Mm, I disagree. I think Doc has improved a lot, and he's analyzed a lot of games since last season. I think like the order gameplay doesn't change that much. It's just one thing you have to adapt to. I think me personally, my playstyle just adapts to make sure I'm seeing everything my opponent's seeing and not miss it, and then it still just comes down to those fundamentals. If you're trying to see all the same things and not just missing out on a joker and losing the game off that. But here's that gold stake, or not gold stake, the Naniv speedrun knowledge coming in from Doc. We just get that easy one hand win two pair. Probably knows every combination of hands to get through these early
Yep,
antes.
absolutely. I don't know how much experience Sizaak has on Plasma. This was something I struggled with in my game one personally. Was I wasn't familiar with the one-shot breakpoints, and it actually did cost me $1 and a gift card.
Mm.
But luckily it didn't matter.
Both players kind of surprising me here. I think on Plasma, it is chips and X malt only. Plus malt is pretty much useless. And that other Joker was just $1 more sell value. But both decide to take this raised fist here. Maybe it'll help one shot with the 20 chips it can add on. But
Yeah, I mean 20 chips is like a pretty significant amount. I think the other thing you got to consider is on Plasma, I do this whenever I play Plasma in ranked, which is not that often. But the high card pivot, you can typically do it pretty early with some steel. It's the quickest way to access Xmult outside of glass. So if we see a bit of a glass shortage, maybe these players are considering high card with the fist, just keeping their options open.
yeah, surely. Surely it's high
I
card.
mean, maybe. Well, it's possible. I mean, that's the thing. Like, it's not whether it's going to be high card or whether it isn't. It's that I mean, they're just prepared, and I mean, it's a $1 sell value difference.
Yeah, both
And
both players here pivoting out of the raised fist to get that voucher and the photograph because photo chat is the quickest way into Xmalt. You know, it's chips until it
mhm,
isn't, and you know, an 8x is a very quick way to get out of the chips.
yeah, absolutely. Look at this foil devious Joker. That is going to be what wins the first PvP. But it is rather expensive when we don't have an econ Joker and no interest really. Both players playing almost just actually
I think
identical
that's worth
games right
taking
now.
here.
Not a single deviation in the entire first ante.
Yeah, I mean, very surprising. I'd imagine we'd see some variance on some of those decisions, but we're just taking the exact same line. And I assume we also take this devious, you know, 150 chips. That's probably how you're gonna do anything in this next PvP. So if you don't take that, it's pretty much sacrificing a life. So that $6 cost can be worth it there. Plus, just 50 chips to one shot the blinds easily is also nice.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't think it's that surprising that there's been no deviation. I think I would have taken the exact same line as both of these players. I mean, maybe you wouldn't have taken the fist and gotten rewarded with one extra dollar here. But like overall, the decisions have been pretty straightforward. I mean, the foil on the chips Joker just makes it too powerful to pass up. If you don't want to lose this first life in the PvP, you gotta take it. Now, this skip is
Ooh,
interesting on Sizaak's side. I do like it. And Doc taking it immediately, there's not any value to be generated inside of these blinds here. And you have no interest, only at $2. Now, if Sizaak decides to not skip, who knows what could be in the shop? Maybe a buffoon pack with a Chad in it. There could be anything. That is the price you pay immediately. But the price you pay for not skipping could be even greater.
yeah. I mean, you know, you miss a shop here. That's a few jokers or tarot cards you missed from those packs, and the jokers just straight up in the shop because we're not allowed to reroll. But $25, that's at least worth two or three rerolls. And if your opponent doesn't take that, you can get ahead in shop, and that's three shop slots you're just missing out on. So it's a lot to consider. Both players going to take it. I think you kind of expect your opponent to also take it there, so you're not as scared to. But we're getting an instant straight draw here. We might see a tie. It's not
It's
impossible.
absolutely. I mean, it's going to come down to the discards for draws. And I think here in this specific situation, I think Doc is probably favored. If it's going to be a draw or not is
Ooh,
up to chance. But I mean, I think Doc might know what to look for with the hands and discards, and already we are seeing some variants here. Dr. Spectre ripping the Hangman immediately. Sizaak holding on to it a little bit. Both loading up the same exact full house, deciding, hey, we're
Okay.
probably not going to find 5
Now, do
straights this
we
blind. And
or
Sizaak going with the discard here, looking for the
A
straight.
little bit less obvious on that second one.
Okay, so
Yeah.
there's definitely somebody's going to win or lose this blind because
I think
this
we
is
hit him
too
with
much
one of
deviation
these.
at this point.
Yeah, we've got
Boom,
a full
and so
house
now
coming
you
out
know.
from Doc, getting that
You know,
foil
Okay.
you know what jokers we got.
out.
Yeah.
All right, another straight for Sizaak here.
Okay.
Hung the aces.
So I
Used
did
2
diverge
discards
there.
to find
So
this straight
this
though.
is my second one.
Okay.
Doc will likely find another one in a couple of discards as well.
Yeah, I think I do
Holding on
one
to
of
the
those.
Queen, Jack,
and then
10,
we
9.
can
There
hit
it
him
is.
with,
King, Queen,
hit
Jack,
him right
10,
back
9.
with one of those.
Yeah, I mean, you got to be very efficient with your hands here. You have 5 to play,
Okay.
and you know you only have so many discards. You're not going to be able to
Good
play
one.
a straight every hand, and Sizaak would need some crazy draws to consistently do that.
Okay,
Doc
okay,
gonna
okay.
use
Third
those
straight out of
extra
Sizaak,
hands
though.
to
Follow
Third
up
straight out of
here.
Sizaak. Okay, so Doc playing that
Okay.
that
So,
second full house means
in
if
order to
Sizaak
do that,
finds
we
a
gotta
fourth
draw
straight, they win.
that.
They have King, Queen, Jack, 10. If they
I
draw
don't know
an
about
ace
that,
or a
dog.
9 in this next discard, they just win. But it is
well, I mean, I'm
unlikely.
gonna try
There's
it.
3
so
outs here.
there's a straight.
Could be one of those like
Yep.
that, I think. And then it's
And
back
it's
over
gonna
to you.
force Sizaak to find
Maybe-
that 4th straight. That's the only thing that wins, and Doc
Maybe-
getting better throwaway hands could just be the difference here. It just depends on the draws.
Greedy enough already.
Yeah, I don't know.
You really
if
thinking
that's
here.
a
There's
Doc or
also
if I need to go for
5-3-2.
I
Definitely
feel
not
like
the
I need to
line.
go for
You
that.
need the ace and a 4. And what do we get?
'Cause you
We
got
get the
one
draw!
easier. Okay. Let's go.
Finds both
Sizaak takes
straights.
the first PvP.
Okay.
4 straights. 4 straights
get a
in this
let's
PvP
go?
for Sizaak.
That's crazy.
Oh my god.
He went for
There
the
you
high
go.
roll and
Oh,
pulled
that
it.
was that was a good one. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dang,
Okay.
that is crazy type PvP. I think Doc went for the less risky line that would probably pay off a good amount of time. I mean, 3 straights in that PvP with not any assistance, no hand size, no fixed deck at all. Just, I mean, if it was abandoned deck, that's one thing, but this is just normal plasma deck, no modifications. So pulling 4 straights out of 5 is crazy.
Yeah, and that, I mean, we've played so similarly up to this point that life loss, the money gain for Doc, or the
Wow,
life
look
lead
at this
for
standard
Sizaak
pack.
could matter.
Look
That,
at this standard pack.
I mean, I think I'm going purple here personally.
Yeah, I mean, polychrome definitely would be the choice in standard, but when there's glass, you have the hack as well that polychrome isn't hackable. It's just a question of, do you think you're going to need polychrome glass, or are you going to run into a red seal later, put the glass on that, and then the polychrome's just not important? And Sizaak is going to take the purple.
I
I
mean,
do like that line.
The polychrome, if you do photo chad, you know, that's like 3-4x on that first played card, but you just can't support it because you know you want to turn that glass as well, and then you have to death it before you can risk playing it because it is a valuable card. When this purple, you know, it's foil now for temporary scoring, you can copy it, make more purples down the line, and just support a 5-card hand of glass, whether, and if you go polychrome, it's going to be a lot harder to do that.
Yeah, absolutely. I didn't quite see what Doc took there.
Hey, another 8.
Yep.
We did take the purple seal for both players.
Okay. Yeah, I think this is just the correct line. I mean, it's like just generally, mainly just because red seals exist, and you're probably going to find one. I would say most games you find a red seal, and playing red seal glass is going to be better than glass polychrome. All right, we have walkie-talkie hack for Sizaak here. Considering this ice cream, whether the chips is actually going to be relevant in the next PvP, and deciding that they do want to take it. Not going for the discard voucher, deciding that 5 more cards deep into the deck right now is probably not going to be the difference whether they draw that purple seal in time or not.
And they hit it.
And there's
No
Hierophant.
extra hands. That Hierophant with the hack on those 4s can definitely go a long way in this PvP. We've just gone full scoring on Sizaak's side. Doc's going to have to take all these same pieces to have a chance to even out the lives.
Yeah, and oh my god, there's a mail-in rebate. But I mean, it makes sense. I mean, none of these scoring elements that Sizaak has on their side of the screen here really cost anything. You can just buy them, and it's not like you're sacrificing anything. Okay, well, now there's a mail-in rebate showing up in the shop for Sizaak, though, and that's going to force an uncomfortable decision here. Are we selling the walkie-talkie or maybe the Devious Joker? I think I like the Devious Joker sell personally, because I mean, you can go walkie-talkie, hack.
I mean, you can only play those 4s once. You've got 5 hands
Yeah.
here, and on Plasma with this Ice Cream and that foil, all those hands can definitely add up. But also, another thing about Plasma is you want to go one big hand. It just scales so quickly if you can have one bigger hand.
Alright, but the mail-in rebate will be picked up over the walkie-talkie. So it looks like Sizaak is going to go straight gaming once more, probably going to throw the Hierophant on 2 of the hackable cards in one of the straights. And I think this is a completely fine line. I mean, the walkie-talkie, if you look how many chips it's providing, even on a full walkie-talkie hand, it's providing 14 chips per trigger, essentially, because there's the 4 molt and the 10 chips. So 140 chips on that big full house. This Devious is 150 per straight. So definitely a good line from Sizaak.
Doc running into the same decision here. Photograph not doing anything at the moment, but you just need to have it for the out. You have to decide which one of these other jokers goes, because we've taken the same cards on both sides. The only difference this ante is this $4 extra from that life loss. We are playing such similar games. Actually, the tarot still up top for Sizaak is a big deal. I think that's
I believe, oh yeah, that came from the purple seal, huh? Yeah, that came from the purple seal.
Doc could draw it here.
Well, it's not going to show up in the shop unless we get, because it's like a separate queue.
Well, if he finds it in PvP.
Oh, yeah, true. 100%.
I think it's a difference of taking that glass 8 for Doc. Just a difference in draws, didn't find the purple in time.
All right, and Dr. Spectre coming to the same conclusion as Sizaak that this walkie-talkie, even with a hack, is just not going to be good enough. And I mean, we talked about
okay.
Oh my god.
And the 8-ball right next to it. This is a good roll there. We saw the exact same money spent for both players, but Doc, you know, that's the difference of losing that PvP or not. $4 is the difference of being able to roll there. And now we just got the max win with the Chad and the 8-ball. That's going to be so many taros and just such an easy X-Malt pivot.
Well, if we're going to pick up this 8-ball, though, we are going to lose this life. I don't think Photo Chad is enough to pivot into Molt yet. Not unless we have solid base Molt on our levels. And the best we can do is 6 unless we get like a straight flush or something along those lines. So if we are going to pick up this 8-ball, which I think is absolutely a great move, I don't think Doc is winning this PvP. So yes, Doc is going to have Photo Chad, but Chad is a common and Sizaak is going to have 4 lives.
I mean, we're going to have so much value from this tarot gen. This 8-ball could easily give a Justice card, or it could be like Star Toads and not do anything. But the very least, we're up a Chad, and we're going to be quicker to that X-Malt pivot, and Doc was definitely not favored in this PvP before re-rolling. Also,
Absolutely.
sacking some 8-ball value just to put this hand out, you know, maybe see where your opponent's at. 15,000, not much more than we were putting up last time. And Sizaak's going to throw the bonus cards out. And 47,000 should tell Doc we're probably just going to farm some value. You know, we had to sell those scoring jokers for this. No, we're going to send another flush, not getting 8-ball value. Maybe a little greedy, wanting to take that roll and also win this PvP.
Yeah, I mean that glass not quite getting where Doc wanted it to be, and I'm also confused why we didn't
Yeah,
Chad the glass 8
yeah,
because it's
it
the
does the
same
same
amount of
thing, but
scoring
it
as the.
it gives you a tarot.
Yeah, exactly.
And we're playing the 7. We're really trying for this
Sizaak got
win.
another Hierophant from the purple seal, by the way.
Do you play the 8 for the tarot, or do you discard the 8 for the tarot? I guess it's a 1 and 4, but it allows
I
you to
mean,
play the pair.
you definitely discard for the tarot. I mean, I guess it's Chad with the foil, right? So if you think that you're going to potentially win with the chatted foil, that could be the line.
I mean, I can't help but think Doc played this PvP poorly. You're barely putting out enough to compete with your opponent's first hand. They've got 4 more, and you are barely competing that with all of your hands combined. So
I think
there was a
I
lot more
think it was
value to
just
gain here. And we're going to
I think
continue to drop value playing this 8 instead of discarding and not high carding the other one.
well, I mean, 8 ball could always lock in
Yeah,
or not.
it could do that.
Yeah. And then here's gonna come Sizaak's second straight, and this is just not gonna be beatable for Doc. Yeah, I mean, Doc maybe not realizing that they're ahead in the shop, which forced them to sell a chips joker. And I mean, to be fair, that's kind of a hard thing to recognize. Um, but yeah, that's gonna be it for that PvP. Doc playing differently, could have gotten maybe an additional tarot card or some more rebate money, but maybe overvaluing that glass a little bit, or like over valuing how much the glass would score, I guess, with the
Yeah. I mean,
photo
Doc
chat.
ended up behind it in Tarot Q that ante because we're just not utilizing the 8 ball properly, didn't get the purple seal value at all, and just not giving as much value as it could have.
I mean, were they actually behind in tarot? Because like
We
you
got one
discard.
Hierophant, and that's it.
Yeah. If you discard the, oh yeah, they could have chatted each individual 8, of course. Yeah, you're right.
We missed a lot of chads on the 8s, plus the purple. And we're selling the ice cream for this gift card. I personally would have gone for this discard instead. It's the drunkard. You know, there's so much value to gain from finding those 8s, finding those 4s, and on white stake, I don't think gift card is the best form of value.
We'll see what Sizaak decides to do. It looks like they're looking to sell out of the ice cream, which I think is definitely the correct play here. After the second PvP is really stretching it for actually winning with chips, and I think they know they're gonna need something a little bit better than that to really put on the heat here. Also, Dr. Spectre has sold out of the hack. That's a big deal. There's no photo chat for Sizaak, but if maybe a Pareidolia shows up, or
I mean, just
I don't know.
getting glass online. If we can make a 5-card hand of glass, one of them has
Yeah,
5-card retriggers, one of them doesn't.
exactly. I missed what he sold it for, but Sizaak, considering the drunkard over the gift card, they know they're gonna take one, and it's going to be the gift card. I suppose when you have 4 discards and 5 hands already, maybe you feel like you can pretty comfortably see most of your deck. Also with the hand size voucher as well, that drunkard is maybe a little bit less impactful, just because we can already see 40 cards deep with just our hands and discards, and you draw 9 initially, pretty much covers all the bases. So gift card providing value for the rest of the game. As you said, not the best econ joker in the world, but certainly impactful, especially for a Doc, since we're gonna have this photo chat very likely for the rest of the game, and the rebate as well. So that value can stick around for a while.
Finally, getting a proc out of this 8 ball, that fool could definitely be quickly utilized. If we find a death, we can get the purples online. We can maybe find a glass card to copy. I imagine that's going to stay a while, but you know, sometimes with 8 ball, you don't want to risk blocking some extra tarots if you do keep that fool upstairs.
Doc seeing the Wii Joker, and I don't know if he's currently he might just be talking about how it's bad here, but also he might
I
be
think on white
genuinely
stake we don't get to
considering
do
it.
that.
I don't quite know. I think this is definitely way too late for the Wii Joker, even with the Chad.
On white stake, we don't get to do that, is Doc's
Yep.
words.
Yeah. Foil loyalty card. Now that would have been an interesting take. I think with photo chat and loyalty card, you can make a pretty solid
That
argument for building into Xmol
I
at
mean, a
this point.
4x is a lot more than 4x on Plasma, and it just could, with how close the scores were last time, 4x definitely evens things out a bit. If not, easily passes what Sizaak was putting up with chips.
I am a little bit surprised by that, and I think, oh my gosh, death in the 8 ball here. I wonder what Doc is gonna copy here. If I was in Sizaak's position with this death pool, I'd go for the purple seal. But
I mean, it's a purple 8 as well. You always have to make the decision: do I want to play this or discard it? Doc could, build a 5 of a kind. Then we have a better base mob for this photo chat. Currently, they're kind of stuck to flushes with the levels they picked up, and Sizaak actually deciding to take the loyalty card maybe just for its high sell value before this odd Todd, or maybe gonna try to pivot into Xmalt because we have so few chips now in the lineup.
it's definitely interesting to see. Yeah, no, it looks like we're selling out a loyalty card. Considering superposition for a second, I mean, hack odd Todd is very powerful, but you're down the ice cream, you're down the foil devious. It's going to be a big ask to put up numbers as big as you were last PvP without those unconditional chip jokers. But I suppose hack odd Todd is not the worst combo. And here we see Doc ripping the Death Fool on the purples. They are not going to have problems with Tarot Generation for a good rest of the game. We'll see what the queue has in store for them, though. I mean, they really want to find a Justice right now. If they find Justice and Chad Photo and Glass at the same time, they can make that pivot into Xmol very easily.
Yeah. One Justice with Photo Chad is easily outscoring chips.
It looks like we're going to hang a king and a 6. Not really many good options here, so... I mean, now this 8-ball is really coming online. Just a lot of tarot cards. And doesn't 8-ball pull from Purple Seal Q?
I mean, I know it does in the order, but we saw that same Hierophant from both the purples and the 8-ball this time, but we're not seeing a Death Fool for Sizaak from their purples. We're seeing towers and not good tarots. So I think they're separate.
I thought I heard somebody say it was bugged one time. Or not bugged, but they just were lazy in the code and had them come from the same queue, but it might have been something else. I mean, don't get me wrong, this is a lot of chips from Sizaak for a 3 of a kind, but okay, and here's the Justice in the pack.
Are we gonna put it on an 8 instead of this Jack?
Oh my god. So, I mean, Doc does love that purple seal glass. Just because, I mean, it's so easy to print purple glass and then make more copies of it, right? Because you create more purple glass, you only play the glass in the PvP. But this is very scary. I don't know if I would have done that if I was Doc, because glass 8s are not what I want to be playing. I really want to be playing towards that photo chat, and now all of a sudden, like, I mean, that was our opportunity to win this PvP, and now it's not so certain.
Yeah, for sure. Also, not rolling down too deep, missing out on that death. That's one more glass 8, or it could have been glass Jack. And Sizaak, using their discards a bit better, getting that rebate value, and it's going to be ahead in shop here. And the longer this game goes with Doc losing lives, that's every round Sizaak could just roll into this Chad, even out the gap a bit, and pivot into that Xmalt. Especially with this Justice, we're probably just going to rip. Oh, wait, we might probably going to use it on a hackable card.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, yeah, it makes more sense for Sizaak here. Just use that Justice on a 5. It's going to be more impactful that way. Strengthening 2 even hackable cards into odd hackable cards for the odd Todd. Looks like we're going to roll just a little bit farther here. You look at the money spent, it is close. I mean, both of these players generally doing a phenomenal job of min-maxing the blinds here. Sizaak just ever so slightly ahead. I mean, just like $10 or something like that.
I
Really
mean,
not much at all.
with how close and similar this game's been played, I'm surprised by that. Doc up, I think, $12 from the comeback money, and Sizaak still just being ahead in shop. 4 more rerolls this ante alone when we're in the exact same econ setup.
Absolutely. Sizaak really considering whether to take another reroll at $10 here. I think I'm definitely taking this reroll just because, I mean, we have that rebate. Of course, I'm much more aggressive with my rolls than a lot of people, but Sizaak saying $10 is too expensive. It's unlikely that we get up to $10 in the next
I don't think that's
the
what they're
next ante.
considering. I think $10 more, could be 2 rerolls in a different shop versus 1 in that
Yeah.
shop. So
That's what I mean. Like, if you don't get to 10 rerolls in another shop, then like, why are you paying $10 here? Just split the money up among the other.
I think I'm gonna do
last
time.
among the other shops in the next ante.
Okay.
all right,
I
I'm
think I'm gonna
listen in
start
here.
him with one of these, just to spook him.
Oh.
Yeah, look at that.
Oh, that's
Got
scary.
him.
Like,
Hey, I mean,
actually,
that tells
legitimately,
you that you
implies
have
things.
no foil.
Yep. That means we're holding. I'm holding over here. Are you holding over there too?
I'm. I don't know. I have yet to decide exactly how I want to play. Like, there's one thing I'm not sure if it's better to go one way or another way with something.
Ain't that
math
the
on
way,
Flash
man?
gets very confusing.
Is Doc's plan just to play all these
think-
8s for scoring, ignoring photo chat?
I think that might be the plan. There's also the flush house angle, right? I mean, we have the moon card up top.
Flush
you could go
5 is also an
photo
idea.
chat,
All right.
and the
I
commitment
do
to
that.
the
But I think I want to do this.
the flush 5 here.
Or
I mean, these 8s are foil, right? So I mean,
yeah,
we're
maybe.
probably going to be competing on chips, and then maybe the mult just edges out the chips.
That
just a
could
little
have
bit
gone
here, but it's
differently.
gonna
I
be
feel like
close. I mean,
that might have been
it's gonna
someone
be 4
misplayed
instances
that.
of 2x, so that's like 16
Gotta find out
times
who's
the base
responsible for
mult.
that.
Yep.
16 on a flush 5.
It wasn't Zachary. He would never make
Like-
that mistake.
Yeah, Doc,
200
Maybe
something.
it doesn't have to
not
be
wanting
the
to
end of the
block the
world.
8 ball, doesn't know it only can hit
Maybe
max
there's
1
another
per
way we can
hand.
play it.
And we have the Fool for a Moon instead of that
Oh,
Justice
he's
card.
forced my hand.
Hey, but look at
That's-
Sizaak here. They just have
Me.
Sun and
big
Death.
scary
Like,
score
they're
for me
also
there.
going to play a flush
Yeah,
5 with 2 glass cards,
so,
and the hack is going to do the
I
exact
guess-
same thing as
Yeah,
chat.
it's gonna be two
could be one of
or yeah,
those.
2 extra
But
triggers
maybe
on the
there's
glass.
some sense
Except for
in
we're
doing
going to
one
have
of those
odds
instead,
odd, and that's going to be more powerful
which I
than the
hadn't
foil
considered
because
until
it's
just
getting
now. Maybe
re-triggered.
that's my mistake for not considering it
And
before
also
now.
we have some Hierophants. So,
Uh,
I mean,
let's
the
hit him with one of
numbers are saying
those.
Sizaak is going to win this PvP unless some magic
Okay.
happens here.
Not.
Hey, that
didn't
magician
quite
would
force
be
my hand
great
there.
for Sizaak.
Well,
since
well,
they're
ho-
using
ho-
hack
ho-
instead of
ho-
chat,
hold
they could
on
actually
then,
flip the
okay.
luckies first.
We still got a little bit more
I
in the
think
chamber.
Doc needed to go for flush house here. Flush house with two glass cards and then
So,
the
I think
photograph as well. That's
I'm-
going to be a 32x instead of a 16x.
I think we
Oh.
just needed to throw
I
Justice
guess I
on the
gotta
face
do
card.
that way.
And also misplaying
Yeah,
the Fool
yes.
stopped us from doing that once again. Just
Okay.
not able to pivot.
So-
And I mean, it's 64x. Just a glass photo Chad is 64x. And
think
then
we
we have
do it.
all this extra glass on these 8s as well. Could have scored quite a lot more.
Yeah, absolutely.
We are
This
gonna
is
get that
a
flush
line.
house. We've got that
Okay, so we.
extra
This
moon
is
card.
a direction.
Yeah, that was.
What do you
that was
chat
very
here? Do you
fortunate
go
for Doc.
do you go for the mult hit
So,
chance? That could increase your score, the
Yeah,
top
you
end
can
on the glass, or
do
the
one of
foil for that
those.
consistent, just high plasma
And it's
score.
the same as doing.
I think I'm
one of
always going for
those.
the plus 20 chance here. Just because.
But there's
I mean,
8 ball,
we're playing
8 ball procs as
the,
well.
It's on
yeah,
its way.
I know there's 8 ball procs as well, but.
Never mind,
Okay,
8
well,
ball,
I guess,
no
I
8
guess
ball
this line
procs.
is
I lied.
interesting. Oh my, we actually did just get the lucky
Okay.
proc.
Yeah, that's
that
pretty good.
We could have. I don't know what the math is, but I mean that
Yeah, I
adds like
think
basically
We're better
another
off going for
times
this.
2 on top, a little bit more than times 2, like a times 2.5 on top.
Really sure that's gonna
So-
be more
A lot of X mult here.
to go that way than to go just.
I
for
think
the...
Sizaak still has this though.
Yeah, we're gonna flush house with that face card, the death and the sun. It's gonna be quite a lot. I don't know how much of Doc's score came from the chips on those foil versus just the X malt.
chance
I
of
think
not
Doc
drawing.
had the X malt lead there.
That are absurdly
Like,
low. I think we
the
should
thing
be
is, I'm not
fine.
confident either
Should be
way.
fine,
Like,
right?
if-
I mean, we got, you know,
this
extra
is a
hand,
weird
extra
beat.
discard. No
just
problem.
to be
Extra hands
completely
on.
honest,
Yeah.
Plasma
Okay.
confuses me.
I think
a
it was
little
actually
bit,
guaranteed, but the amount of time
I
it was taking to
think
get it
Sizaak
was a
has
little
Yeah,
bit
we got all
annoying.
we got all
That's
the
what my
extras. It's
instincts
fine.
say.
Yeah.
It is like a little bit more X-Malt on the table for a Doc, but I think the chips is gonna override it.
Yeah, I don't think we're getting enough of our score
I
from
guess we
the
just
malt.
throw that out.
Like
now.
we're barely
Actually, no,
utilizing
wait.
plasma
No, it's
here.
the same amount of amount of
I could
X-Malt
try
for both
to-
players. No, because
Well,
photo was only triggered
maybe I shouldn't have
once
done that
for
one. Yeah,
Doc,
maybe I
and it's
should've
only gonna be triggered
No.
once for
try to
Sizaak
get
as well.
this first, because either this
Right?
wins or it doesn't. So there's no
Classic
sense in-
plasma
We
deck
re-triggered a
conundrum.
class card.
I think you're
Yeah.
right.
It took me a while to figure out which direction
So
I
yeah,
wanted
Yeah.
to go
Sizaak should
to,
win this one.
and maybe I decided too late.
Mm.
And winning this one is huge.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think we would
Genuinely.
have.
I think
so.
I mean,
We'll
let's
suddenly
let's
see
let
how
the
much
game talk.
this
We'll
does,
see
and,
if
yeah,
the Vega
yeah,
math
true,
works
true.
out.
We'll see if
All right, good luck.
this is actually a Sizaak win. We'll see.
Oh,
The
so
Vega math does
close.
not
Not
work
shit,
out.
not shit.
Oh, it's so
We have
close.
ourselves a
Okay.
game.
It's like
We
6,000.
sure do.
Oh,
my God.
Oh.
That is big for Doc. Okay, Baron.
Showman. I see the showman in this shop, and I'm like, that is great news for Doc, because suddenly, if Sizaak runs into a Chad, well, Doc's seeing that Chad as well.
Jump scare, by the way.
What's
Oh.
up, C-Dubs?
Hey,
Welcome in.
just trying to catch up on this game a little bit. So
We've got
Be a little
quite a
quiet
match.
here.
We're about to start the Nan Inf run. We got the Baron. We're on Plasma.
hmm.
We're hitting it.
I mean, this showman is just so good for Doc. I would be kind of surprised if we passed up on it. I think that gift card's kind of done its job, provided some permanent.
I've
Difference
seen
value for the
Doc
rest of the
hold gift
run.
card over some crazy things, but we held it just the right amount. There's your temperance. That's your chance to get out of
my
it.
goodness. Yep.
I was giggling a little bit during that last PvP because I saw the X-Bolt on Doc's side reach about 540, and the chips reach about the same.
Yeah, we weren't
and,
using the plasma too much.
Yeah, and I was like, Sizaak hitting the 400
Ooh.
on the X there, which I think
Oh
accounted
my God,
for
there's
why he was
dice
so
with
short.
8-ball Chad. Are we gonna see dice for 8-ball?
I mean, we
Chad
also have
over
this
Showman here?
magician. It's so hard to not take this dice. And Showman is a gamble. Dice is the opposite of gambling. So we're gonna
Beautiful
go.
setup.
We're gonna go that high payout route. I mean, just so many tarots, and we have this magician with the photo Chad. Ooh, see, now you get punished for rolling. You got to make a tough decision on this Sixth Sense.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it seems like a must take here. But what for, right? I mean,
You
is it
have the
8-ball
magician.
ever?
You have the magician for econ, and we're gonna sell out of rebate.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
So much
Going-
good stuff.
Relying on magician for the economy with only Chad as a re-trigger. I'm very excited to see how this works. I mean, like, this A-ball is so insanely powerful. It's so many tarot cards. I mean, it is this 8-ball is better than Vagabond would be in this position, but that's because this setup takes up 3 Joker slots, so it makes sense that it's that powerful.
Crystal Ball would go a long way right now.
Oh yeah.
So both.
But again, I'm still concerned for Doc's setup here because as we get deeper into the game
Ooh.
here, every death that Sizaak finds is more impactful than the deaths for Doc because every glass that Sizaak makes can be triggered twice. That's only going to happen on the first one for Doc.
Yeah, I mean, Doc just needs to make a glass face card one of these days. I mean, he's in a great spot if Dust comes. We have this purple glass factory, but it's on 8s. We got nothing to re-trigger 8s other than the Chad. So it's just not going to scale quickly enough.
Yep, it really is going to depend.
This is definitely a dusk game.
Ooh,
for Doc.
also, Sixth Sense makes this 8-ball potentially bad as well. I mean, the Sigil we can probably just sell, But if you hit an Ankh, if you hit, you know, an Ecto, maybe you have to consider whether it's worth that consumable slot, and your opponent can work around having one consumable without the 8-ball. Oh, we hit the
Sizaak here.
clubs. Just
Ooh,
risked
that's
it,
pretty good.
and that's the suit we're building into.
So
Sizaak here doesn't actually have a way to beat
Strength
the
1-5
blinds
is-
in the Joker slots. Maybe we're gonna be relying on chips with our Hierophanted 5s, but that odd tot is gone. So they're gonna need something, and it might be the glass, but hopefully not for them.
Oh, this
One of the,
this dice is putting in some work, and there's the justice. We have the opportunity to throw it on a face card now, and Doc gonna do it. That is a big increase to the score.
Absolutely. I mean, if Doc had done that in the last PvP, it wouldn't have even been close. It would have been a complete domination. But really valuing having the glass purple. I mean, glass purple is a very powerful combination. We've seen why in previous seasons.
Yeah, we're gonna be more prepared for that flush house. We can have 3 glass with it. Definitely, you know, it'll only that first face card glass that matters. We don't have Sock. We just have this Chad. So long term, I think the play to do it there pays off because he did win that last PvP. A big risk
Yeah,
to take
but
though.
it sure was close. It sure was close. I mean, it was the difference of a throwaway hand, really. I mean, if Sizaak played just one slightly better hand, they would have had it. Justice.
yeah, I think we'll see more of these face cards being used from Doc. I think the 8s are obviously very short term, and I think that last PvP where he was able to pull it off is really going to be the deciding factor of how well he's able to just retransition back into face cards. So
Yep. Trading card, not great pickup here. I guess you could sell out of the gift card here if you think you've gotten enough
Oh,
value.
see, I was about to say I hate this trading card, but I love this being, you know, you have 6 cents, you need to find your cards. I don't know if Doc can actually afford to take this with the slots, but Sizaak definitely could.
Absolutely.
Doc gonna
Yeah,
pass
Doc
on
gonna
it?
roll past it. Definitely makes sense in their position here.
Wait, surely
Here's
Sizaak
trading
can
card again.
roll past the
Wait, did
bean.
Sizaak already
No, no,
pass?
no,
the
surely
bean,
not.
or did-
Surely not
was it
gift
on-
card
he-
over
He
bean.
must have. That's the
No,
exact
that's
same
this.
shot.
No, 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 no.
It must have been
No,
uncommon. It
no,
must have been
it's
uncommon.
got to be a second dice or something. I don't believe
It
it.
has to have been a second dice. It has to have been. There's no way. That bean is too powerful.
There's no shot. We have rebate. We have cards. We need to get our perfect hand and make it out of the blinds.
Yeah, bean's gotta be better than gift card, right? Surely. Okay, well, I mean, I don't know. We'll have to roll back the VOD on that one. We'll have to check.
I mean, when Doc has so many good jokers in the slots, making tough decisions and actually justifiably passing a bean, you got to take that bean to have jokers that can compete.
I mean, again, we aren't 100% sure. We get Sigil into another Sigil here for Sizaak.
I'm rewinding Sizaak stream.
I mean, now, man, it's really rough because a single red seal out of the 6 cents could 100% turn the game on its head, but it's kind of hard to keep. I guess we can get rid of the gift card first, so we still have a slot for it. But if Dr. Spectre runs into, for example, a Dusk or something along those lines, I think this 6 cents is going to be the first to go. It's either going to be that or Oops, probably.
I don't know if he saw the
I was
bean.
just about-
I don't know where
I
it
was
was.
gonna ask, how patient do you be with the 6 cents in multiplayer Balatro? Like, I know they're super important, but what's usually the turning point? Like, is it just when you run out, or like?
So
I see a bunch of
it's-
5s on his side, so that's an easy strength target for me. But
It's when it's costing you too much value to justify the slot. Because, like, I mean, here, if Dr. Spectre
Sorry, Chad. I go big when I go studio mode, and to rewind a stream, I gotta do that. I don't know why it happens, but you gotta see Big Bean for a bit.
to cost a lot of value in terms of terror generation, and maybe that's more important. Maybe you want to keep looking for those sixes, but it gets a lot harder when you have less sixes in the deck. How many times do you actually draw that six to be able to use it? But again, it's always a hard decision just because you know how impactful that spectral could be, especially right now in the game. I mean, typically this late in the game, the Sixth Sense isn't going to be super important because both players will have found a red seal or have found the things that Sixth Sense can typically provide. But here, I mean, those spectrals can be amazing.
Absolutely.
Even like Cryptid is always great. Immolate, fantastic. I mean, it's the same thing with Seance. It's just how much value is this Joker costing me? And would I pay that much for a random spectral card?
I mean, we were looking at
And then you
the
just have to make that decision.
we were looking at the trading card. Sixth Sense got the same effect, but it gives you a spectral instead of $3, and
Yep.
it's definitely a lot easier to use, and more often than not, less so bait than Seance.
Okay, Dr. Spectre playing their glass.
Play the glass.
Yeah, I mean, he
put
had
it
a
in
Justice. He had to get rid of it to make room for the Emperor and these 8-ball
Yeah,
procs.
they have
So
way more glass in their deck. They're
there's a lot to play here. We do have the dice. Definitely something to consider, especially heading into this next PvP. Maybe you want to sell it for this Invis Joker because you know you want to play your glass here. I'm curious what the decision is. We also have this Sixth Sense that we could get rid of. I mean,
Looks like that's what's gonna happen.
Yeah, I mean, this is gonna be a decision point for sure. And Doc saying the Invis is more important than the Sixth Sense. Sizaak, depending on how far they roll
I think
here,
they're one roll away from it, which surely we do.
Ooh.
And we don't roll.
No.
We don't roll no Invis for Sizaak.
That's definitely a loss. We got time to use this Invis. You know, it's probably just going to be used on a photo or a chat, but those are two very strong jokers in this rule set.
You know, it's really interesting that like Dr. Spectre sold out of the rebate for this Oops All Sixes, and it's actually been paying off. Look at the econ difference right now. Sizaak with that mail-in rebate certainly making a lot of money, but 8-ball can give you Temperance and can give you Hermit, and that Temperance is big. We used gift card for quite a while. That along with the Lucky Procs, at any point you can just get a plus $20. So the sacrifice that we made wasn't actually much of a sacrifice. We're actually landing ourselves ahead in the shop with this play.
One Lucky Proc beats out a round with rebate, so that's all that dice needs to do, and it's providing that extra value from getting the extra taros as well.
And look at Doc's side now. We've got what is that 6 incoming glass jacks now? 7 maybe? I don't want to joke.
I think there's a couple glass 8s in there. We got the Death as well. We're close to the flush 5 of glass face cards. Actually, we have the flush 5 glass jacks.
We do.
We are going to have flush 5 glass jacks. Yep.
Love to see it. Oh gosh.
Yeah, and this should be a easy PvP win for Doc as long as their draws aren't completely terrible, but with less than 50 cards in the deck and
Last time we
5
spoke,
hands, 4
perhaps.
discards, it should be not too difficult.
See,
to
mine
draw
is
that flush 5.
not all that different. From
Pretty sure we
last
win
time.
with a 4 of a kind. Like it's really not that difficult to beat Sizaak here. Well, actually, Sizaak does have 4 glass cards.
Sizaak gave up a bit of that information sharing. They haven't changed much throughout that ante, and that's just the truth here. We're still running this photograph hack setup. You know, not enough tarot gen to make the ton of glass on Doc's side.
Again, I mean, I'm not sure how much you can really buy into what Sizaak is saying here because I mean, there's always the leguming on the table, you know. But
why would someone
if
lie?
We do believe
That'd be so weird.
If we do believe him, then that means no invis. All right, and I'm very interested to see what Doc does, whether they sell the dice before they play the glass. I think it wouldn't be the worst play in the world, just because you know you're gonna sell out of this dice to ISO onto probably Photo Chad, maybe wait for something better to show up. But if you know you're gonna sell this dice eventually, why not right now when you're about to play a bunch of glass guards.
Yeah, also heading into this next shop with a solid amount of econ, you can, find another value generator to replace it, or even just another dice, so there's a lot of things to fill this slot with, and just the potential of that invis popping do you want to risk twice the amount of glass here?
Yeah. I think if it weren't for the invis, I think I'm still keeping the dice. Just because, I mean, Oops All Six's 8-ball Chad, I'm going to replenish very quickly, right? I mean, it's essentially going to work as a factory to print more glass. Even if I break 2-3 of them, I should be fine by the next PvP with such an insane level of tarot generation. But with the invis, I think that changes things a little bit.
I'm just curious to see what Sizaak does here, because like Doc is probably going to be able to control the turn order here.
Yeah, Sizaak
And-
looking at playing this hand to take it back, which is so important. Doc has 5 glass to play with dice,
Yeah.
and
Wow.
Sizaak rips
Got
this.
sneak-
Is going to be just enough.
Fantastic.
Wow.
Fantastic turn order.
And we
Well,
still have
you
the
know,
flush 5, so that was a
I may-
great turnout.
I may have spoke too soon about Sizaak guaranteed losing this PvP, because Doc could always think that they aren't going to win. No, they're going to ship this hand. But also, if Sizaak finds they have one more glass card in the deck.
I don't think Sizaak can beat that.
Just that
They-
photo
they
chat
have the
is going to
hack,
be a
though, so they're
lot.
re-triggering
But
every glass,
I mean, we're
right?
down 2
Just
glass
focus.
and up
Correct.
3 triggers. It's just not going to be close here, I think.
Yeah, because you got 6 triggers up against the 9.
Yeah, and now Sizaak is ruining the day that he joined
Trickle all of
MLB and
them,
could not use
maybe?
calc button, because this would be a fantastic
Maybe.
hand to have a little bit more information on. But
Ooh, there's some leguming from Doc, I think.
Yeah.
I need this to go a
yeah,
certain
and just
kind of way.
deciding,
Yeah.
you know what? I'm not winning.
I don't think I
No!
want to
Going next, 2 lives to 2 lives.
Okay.
Okay.
Good job. Good
try. See
job.
you next time.
See you in a bit.
Yep.
I mean, Sizaak, there's one Joker that if Sizaak sees will completely turn this game on its head.
I don't.
Pareidolia.
Oh.
No,
Yes.
I don't.
We see
We've got 5 card
Pareidolia.
re-triggers.
We see Pareidolia. We could
It's
get
a
the
4x. It's a
Pareidolia
4x.
Chad. Pareidolia Chad is not a 4x, alright? That's a bit more.
Okay. Yeah.
Believe. We have room for Pareidolia Chad.
We find Pareidolia Chad
You know,
before the
I
sock for sure.
sarcastically said we, but I think it's a better answer than your Pareidolia.
No, what?
I
What?
thi-
Bro, y'all are laughing. Just wait. Just wait. Just wait. That's all I'm saying. Just wait. I mean, again, like, I don't know. I think if Doc didn't find this invis, Sizaak is still better off with Flush 5 Glass than Dr. Spectred with Flush 5 Glass with the photo Chad. But with the invis, I mean, getting a second copy of Chad or a second copy of photo is going to blow that out of the water for sure.
I mean, if you're playing Flush 5 of Glass, Chad is 4 triggers versus 5. It's a 2x difference. Plus, and
Yep.
Sizaak doesn't have the photo, so it'd be tied up if they both play Flush 5.
You get 10 instances of 2x, and then the photo Chad combos together to be... But yeah, no, I guess it would be tied up. Yeah, it would be completely tied. Oh my god, Dusk from... Was that from a Judgment?
Dusk in the Judgment. Doc has a lot of tarot gen to find this, but is Judgment something you can rip? You don't have the slots. That's a big joker to miss out on.
That's out of the Judgment is crazy. And keep in mind, this is a vanilla rule set, so Doc
Right.
will not be finding this unless he rips a Judgment. Which, how do you rip a Judgment in this spot?
I think we
How do
have
you
to
do it?
use Invis, but there's no reason you use Invis here. And why would you sell anything else in this lineup? We have to have
Oh
a
my
Judgment
God.
upstairs and see a Joker we want. That is the only line for this Dusk.
That is...
One of the biggest differences, obviously, within ranked and us is ripping judgments can pay off huge in this league. and it is something that we see people do, and that is why right there. But
Yeah, I mean,
on the flip side, if you're in dog shape, that decision is not normal. You know?
yeah, Sizaak just trying to swap out for a Midas mask and had to sell the gift card instead of what they're planning on selling. So we got this Dusk in the lineup. Also the Midas mask for, with this Dusk, potential big amount of econ with a gift card. I mean, it's still 2-2. And now one player has a Dusk.
Yeah. One player has a Dusk. There's not much other way to put it, but I mean, there's still Chad with Oops All Sixes on some luckies. There's still incredible tarot generation. I mean, a lot of money in this seed, maybe not as much as a ticket or business card in this spot or something like that, but still plenty of cash to go around. I mean, we could always just roll into a 5-card retrigger that Sizaak can't use, like a sock, and then
So I got a question
suddenly
for
it doesn't
you
matter.
experts. At what point does Sizaak just drop this photo? I mean, at this point, you got so many glass fives. You have a hack. You have a Dusk. Your face cards don't have anything special on them except for your Midas, your gold. But beyond that, like, what's the process behind that? And like, obviously, you gotta find a Joker to replace a Joker. But like, what's the mindset on that?
Yeah, Sizaak, taken a lot of jokers throughout this game. We've had this photograph since Ante 1, and we're selling out of things like gift card and other value generators before the photograph. I think it's just a matter of, can we find the Chad and have the flush house? Chad's a common joker, but especially with just the more glass we make here, this flush 5 of hackable cards looking like the line. So I'm sure it will go soon, but we have a lot of jokers to get rid of first as well because of this Midas
Yeah.
mask.
Like it's the same thing. It's just when does it cost you too much value, right? I mean, I think if we find a Chad right now, Flush House is going to score more. Like Flush House of full glass cards will score more with the photo Chad. But we need to find that Chad, and how much value are we going to miss out on going for that specifically?
One quick thing I don't want to miss out on is Doc is in desperate need now of 2 strength cards, finding that Polychrome 9 in the pack.
That's very good, but I mean, we are no stranger to tarot cards right now. The only thing that's going to be maybe a little bit difficult is cycling out of them, finding places to use what we need to use. Probably going to rip this Justice on the King or sell it, or try to use it on something that maybe he wants to break.
I mean, we're running out of cards to play at this point. It's hard to
Yeah.
navigate around this glass. With the dice especially, you just cannot risk any of it.
Yeah, absolutely. Sizaak making it out of these blinds without using glass here. A lot of foil and Hierophant on those 5s being super impactful.
Yeah, just excellent knowledge of knowing how many retriggers of Hierophants you can do to just get out of this. That's one thing I love about Plasma, is once you're through a couple antes, you can really just use Hierophants and retriggers, and you're set to roll.
Sizaak still in the small blind shop. I mean, look at the money spent counter. I mean, you would, if you just showed me these lineups, zero context, I would assume that the player with rebate is making more money.
Yeah, rebate,
this game
Midas
is-
mask, it just not competing with these lucky procs.
Yeah, I mean, my assumptions are really being challenged by this game, genuinely. I think that this game is going to forever change how I look at something like this Chad Oops All Sixes 8-ball, because, like, don't get me wrong, that's awesome, but it feels like 3 Joker slots for that. I mean, the Chad is independently useful, so is the Oops All Sixes, so it's not really that crazy, but yeah, I mean, it's really just such an insane econ lineup here.
This 8 we don't play. We
Yeah,
can
Doc
play
in
the
desperate need,
9s.
though, of a crystal ball.
Yeah.
Once you get one of those fools, man, it's tough because you're gonna get that one tarot now, and it's
And then play the other 8s.
I think one of the only problems with Doc's build here is just the fact that we're starting to maybe struggle a little bit to get out of these blinds without playing some glass.
Need a strength card.
And
Okay, so it
because
could
of that,
be
it's
my card
it's
here.
a little bit scary because I mean we have this oops all sixes. Luckily, we are printing glass, so it's not that big of a deal if a lot of it breaks. Okay, never mind. We just
High card
completely
just
clipped
wins.
the,
I mean, that's
the lucky high
that's
card.
yeah.
a greedy
We
one.
did have to hit a
Chariot.
proc though, right?
Yes, with a +20 and a chariot,
Mhm.
goes a long ways on plasma.
Yep.
All right, this is
Dude, it
Doc's
is
last
crazy that
chance to
this-
find the judgment.
Yeah, they need to find something here. I mean, they do have 2 lives, you know? I mean, there's like kind of a rush, but there's no rush. You know what I mean? Like, you definitely don't want to go down to 1 life, but you're still okay if you do go down to 1 life. I mean, we have time to find a full hand retrigger, and a lot of money to do so. Really
You know, from a-
considering that
go.
gold seal in the pack with the Chad, but deciding to pass up on it.
Also, looking at that sun, I'm surprised we didn't just take it in case we, there's Bloodstone is a hit here. We've got the dice already. I guess.
Absolutely. I mean, maybe we're just too focused on the flush 5 here because if we use a sun card, maybe we don't get our flush 5 levels active, and that could be important for PvP. But yeah, keeping our options open for Bloodstone, definitely important. I think we could have gone full sun here. I think the value of holding full for a premium tarot card drastically goes down when you need the consumable space to print tarot cards for 8-ball.
Yeah, I mean, we don't have that many retriggers. A Bloodstone barely competing with, I mean, not competing at all with the glass in this game. But, what is it? 14x, 15x is still worthwhile.
Yeah, absolutely. Now we get down to just Sizaak on the timer, trying to get as much value out of this blind as possible. We saw 5 of a kind scoring 60k or a little bit higher than 60k last blind, so they shouldn't really have a problem getting out of here if they can just play the same hand that they did before.
It's
just a
nobody
matter-
timers Sizaak.
I mean, he's getting timered right now.
No, I mean, like, what if nobody timers Sizaak? Does the match just go until tomorrow morning?
No, I think he just given as much time as he wants, he will just wait until he's happy with his decision and then make his decision. But
So mid-morning.
maybe it takes a little bit. Maybe it takes just a little bit longer to make that decision sometimes. And 62,000. I mean,
Yeah,
that
that
is
was
such a-
scary.
yeah, I mean, no lucky
Oh.
procs. I believe they got a little bit of lucky procs last time. But yeah, I mean, this is something people I feel like get very wrong about Sizaak, is he just uses the clock as a resource. I mean, he
Absolutely.
can play fast. He doesn't really die at the timer.
Well, I've watched. Right, I think you were commentating a couple weeks ago when you were mentioning that, where like
Mhm.
Sizaak is so comfortable with the timer. Like we consistently watch him go down to 10 seconds, and I don't feel like watching his play style that he feels pressured, if that makes sense. I mean, there are a couple times.
I mean,
but,
it's
like
still
for the majority
it's
of the
still
time.
important that you timer him though. It's just
Yeah.
that he's just recognizes that it's an advantage to have 180 more seconds than your opponent.
Yeah.
It's that simple. Like if I have 180 more seconds to make the decision than you did, I will probably make a better decision a lot of the time. And that's why we see Sizaak getting timered more often, is he's just using the time as a resource, and values it maybe a little bit more than a lot of people.
In the meantime, I use that 3 minutes to go feed Pico and grab a soda, and that's why Sizaak's a better player.
Well, heading into this PvP, still 4 glass for Sizaak, really not finding the flush 5 yet. I'm not sure if those 4 glass are all on 5s or not, but Doc certainly has the better deck. That's for sure.
You know, I mean, I think we have the level advantage in the amount of glass, but there's 2 5-card retriggers. We got Photo Chad competing with that. That's, 10 extra procs versus the, I guess, slightly less.
No, I
Chad.
wonder if Doc is ever going to feel like selling invis here onto the photo chat in this PvP. I wonder if there's ever a world that wins him the PvP, or if that's silly. I mean, we do have 4. I did get a good look at the deck. We have 4 out of 5 total glass for Sizaak, so it is going to be 2 to the 12th power for Sizaak. Doc with flush 5 glass and photograph Chad, it's 3, 8. It's 10, so it's 2 to the 10th for Doc. So Sizaak having about a 4x advantage here in terms of specifically glass. If Dr. Spectred can make up for that difference with maybe extra steel or the levels, I think they have slightly higher planet levels. Could matter.
Yeah, I mean, you've got this flush house fired up. Does definitely have turn order advantage. We saw Sizaak barely scoring, above 30,000 to just survive the blind. So they can make the decision to copy with this invis or not. Also, it'd be a good time to get out of both of these jokers we see. This 8-ball, we've got a lot of purple 8s thanks to it. And this dice, we don't want to break all this glass.
I liked his fool hit better. I mean, I know we don't want to use a fool on a chariot, but we have seen how powerful these chariots are for Doc. That's a better hit, though.
All right. Flush house, locked and loaded. 3 steel in the hand.
We get all the steel anyways. Wow.
And that 3 steel definitely helps. That's it's about 3 point something X molt. I mean, I don't think Sizaak has... Okay, Sizaak has 2 steel, it looks like.
Sizaak also has to play first this time.
Yep. And we do have some purples left in the deck, so I mean, if Sizaak gets a death or a justice here, it is pretty much over. I think this PvP will go in terms of in favor of Sizaak if they have all 5 glass. But they do need a draw. They need to get all 5 to really guarantee it.
Yeah, I'm not sure how many cards are left in the deck, but we've got the Troubadour. We can hold a lot of cards, get those 5-card discards still. You do lose that hand, which allows you to discard 5 more cards. But when you're holding all this steel and all these glass cards for the final hand for Dusk, definitely going to help him find it. And we have this flush 5. We've got 2 steel with the blue seal. I mean, it's a hard hand to compete with, especially if Doc doesn't want to rip this invis.
Yeah, I mean, and we don't have the oops all 6s. I think Doc just wins if they rip invis here, but that's a very hard thing to recognize.
Right.
No breaks for Sizaak. Because I mean, we did do the math here. We know exactly how many. That was 2 to the power of 12 in terms of re-triggers, and Doc has 2 to the power of 10 right here.
All right, I've got to move.
Doc has 1 extra steel. That's not going to be enough unless the levels are like absolutely crazy, which I'm not sure if they are or not. The only way Doc...
hits.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Okay.
More than he had last time, but not by a ton.
We'll see. I mean, we could see an absolutely crazy play from Doc here. I mean, what's the level at? It's not... Yeah, the level is not high enough.
He is. He's going to go for it.
Oh my god.
We
he's
rip it.
going
It hits
for
the photo. Not
I think that's
what
best
you
hits.
want.
All right.
Not with glass.
Hold.
Yeah, with
He's nervous.
His best hit, no?
No, it's Chad is more
Chad-
chips.
Chad gives you...
He got him.
Perfect.
Okay.
That's it.
okay.
Sorry,
All right.
I forgot this one.
Okay.
Well,
dude.
it's like
That's the-
best hit in terms of like future, because like you run into more retriggers, you're gonna want more. You're gonna
I
want,
can
like,
see
double
where you're
photo.
going there. I guess if you pull up a sock or a dusk.
There's a rebate to fill those slots being blocked by Sizaak for this business card, and Doc puts Sizaak onto 1 life here. They do have the higher top end. All these retriggers, we see an idle, we get that flush 5 of glass online. It definitely can score more, but you know, Doc has a lot of money built up from those luckies. We can roll into the dusk now, and a sock in
Sock
that
for Doc.
overstock.
And that's
That
not good
is-
for.
That is
Sizaak.
exactly what Doc needed, and I mean,
That makes that photo
yeah,
hit better.
this is yeah, photo hit ends up being better here for sure. Yeah, sock showing up is brutal for Sizaak. I mean I wonder if Doc is regretting selling Invis there. That's my question. Is Doc regretting selling Invis? Because you see the sock show up, and you know you have flush 5 glass. Maybe at 2 lives you're wishing you had double sock, but I mean, recognizing that you had the ISO there to win the PvP as well is really well
The
played.
thing is, you're also likely just still going to keep Photo Chad with the sock, so there's a lot of chances, or a lot of times where it still hits Photo or Chad, so definitely not terrible to use it there, and it did put their opponent on 1, and especially with this strong of a setup, put Sizaak back up against a wall. You know, we're split up between these hackable cards, this sock and buskin photograph, and we need these taros to hit for the hand to show up for Sizaak.
Yeah, we have no glass base cards either.
That is definitely a big deal. Just a couple of purples. We have this death. You know, if we get the justice, we have the hand, but the justice has to show up.
Yeah. And I mean, there are definitely outs here for Sizaak. If Idol shows up, that's better for Sizaak than Doc. If Ancient shows up, better for Sizaak, but they need to come now, or he is in some big trouble.
Yeah, Doc even has that death and fool. He's just gonna eat up this shop, which is only going to.
Yeah, and now we don't gotta worry about oops all 6s anymore.
Now,
breaking the
I
glass
think
as
the
much.
Pareidolia is a pretty solid hit for Sizaak.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
I mean, yeah, I mean, we picked up the sock. If we do find this Pareidolia, it would be huge.
And here's the flush 5 of glass online. Because no breaks last time, it was 1 death away.
Ooh, Doc taking the money over the extra death there.
Yeah, there's just not much to do with extra glass at the moment.
Right. I mean, you can. Right.
Yeah, I mean, Pareidolia actually does more work than a Chad right now, which is pretty funny.
I think the big thing that Doc is really looking for is just a full strength. I think he really wants to strengthen that 9. That's the only thing I can really think of, because he's not even gonna fool for money here. It's just that fool's still sitting there.
Yeah, that is
Yeah, I mean,
a
that's
quick way to
gotta
get
be
it
it.
online. You want to have the taros when you see that card, and wow, this thinned deck with all these extra hands easily getting out here. Can probably play a high card to survive with how much X-Malt we're getting thanks to these photographs.
100%.
Yeah, he barely scavenged by there.
Just barely. Here's a certificate, you know, this rebate, not that much money compared to the luckies. We have the sock now as well. Rebate hits a face card. You have that red seal. It's going to be, I mean, 8x from 1 red seal glass face card.
Pretty big gamble with not much left time in the game, but
Ooh,
we're
they are gonna
considering
take
taking it.
they
Yeah,
are.
and here it is. I mean, it's gonna be difficult to rely on lucky cards to print money at this point, just because we don't have the oops all 6s, and a lot of our deck is glass now, not lucky. But I mean, I respect the gamble here. A lot of purple seals in the deck. Any red seal face card, even close to a red seal face card, is going to work wonders for Doc here. I mean, we have 4 purples in the deck. We got Death Fool. We're about to make 6 purples, potentially. Unless we're still going to save the Fool for strength.
Yeah, he's been.
The amount of strengths Doc saw before this Polychrome 9 showed up, I mean, that's a classic.
Yeah. I think the other thing is, I mean, the certificate's going to give a gold seal. If it gives a gold seal, then, I mean, that's $9, so a bit of compensation immediately.
Or we discard it.
Even though it's not as much as the rebate. Alright, Sizaak with a 5 of a kind of full Hierophantid 5s. How much does this score? 123k. We are not going to be worried about this small blind or big blind. All we have to do is worry about the PvP. Sizaak with significantly more glass in the deck at this point, 6, so they should have the flush 5 ready.
The ticket.
But I think they're going to need a bit more than just the flush 5 to beat the photo Chad.
That ticket going to be very nice. We're probably not going to be able to play those face cards with Dusk, as we're seeing we barely get by with the perfect hackable hand, but just being able to play them with the sock can be a lot of money and competing with what Doc has, which is no econ jokers at the moment.
Yeah. It's crazy because if you think back to that PvP, that was literally a matter of 7,000 chips difference. If Sizaak is at 1 life here and Doc is at... Sorry, if Sizaak is at 2 and Doc is at 1 life here, this is a completely different game. Like, this is... I am, in fact, I would rather be in Sizaak's position, I think, a lot of the time in that spot. But now that it's 2-1 in favor of Doc, it's so much scarier for Sizaak. Like, drastically.
Yeah, I mean, we've got this glass. I think Sizaak just needs to find the idol, and more time would definitely allow him to do that.
Yeah,
but Doc's setup is so consistent here. We have enough glass to support playing it, and we have the double photograph Chad sock.
Yeah, I mean, we do have sock with this golden ticket. We could see something crazy happen. I don't know if you were watching the HC Justin versus Scooty match, but there was a crazy, like, we were on desperation mode. We needed very specific jokers, and we ran into 2 of them in the very final shop. I mean, that could happen for Sizaak right here.
Yep. Yeah, I'd like to see... Oh, at least either a Seltzer, another Baron, but a Seltzer, even a Paradolia. I'm thinking of just uncommon things that can help him. Obviously, the Idol as well, but there's a few good hits here.
The big ones are just going to be Paradolia, Idol. I think Ancient on the right suit is probably enough as well.
Yep.
Chad maybe, but I doubt it.
I mean, there's just so many re-triggers. We need on-scoring jokers at this point for Sizaak.
Right.
Yes. Yep. Exactly.
Another glass for Doc. Not that it really matters too much right now.
Yeah, we've reached a critical mass of glass. We should have enough glass for the entire rest of the game. 9 cards in the deck that are glass. If every single glass card that we play breaks in the next PvP, we will still have 5 for the next one. But Sizaak is going to make sure to eat at some of that econ lead and get back in the spending game here.
Yeah, I mean, we've got 5 hands. We can easily play all of our gold. Every gold card, $8 times $8. That's 60. I mean, that barely competes with Lucky Procs, I'm not going to lie. But definitely will get him, hopefully, deeper in this shop. 7 rerolls behind.
It's like 3 times as powerful, no? It's like we don't have dice.
Yeah, but I mean, Doc has just been making a crazy amount of money because the Luckies are locked in.
100%.
With the Chad, Sizaak could make a lot of money right here.
yeah, I mean, they have been like incredibly lucky cards to be in all fairness, like more lucky than usual, I would say.
And here's a Magician for Sizaak. I don't know if he can even put that in his Dusk Hand because we're
No.
scoring off chips and we're selling the Magician. That's so many retriggers with the Dusk, with the hack.
Yep.
That's a lot of money you're just sacrificing because you have to play bonus cards to survive and you don't have enough glass to risk.
Absolutely. You know, I mean, no matter what happens in this PvP, I think like both these players have played phenomenally, and I mean, just Sizaak didn't find a chat, and that was the reason they lost a lot of these PvPs, but they kept it close anyway, which is very impressive. But there's still a little bit of time left in this game. 1 life to 2. This shop could have anything.
I mean, with this
Was that an
timer,
anti-1, anti-2 thing, by the way, the photo chat? Just
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, it was very early.
anti-3, I think the
Yep.
Chad 8-ball shows up. That is just so much value to lose out on. It's been Duck's econ, his tarot gen, and his scoring this entire game.
Yep.
Powerful Joker.
Alright, here we go. We need to roll at least 2 more times to see things that Doc will have not seen.
Right.
I guess the overlay is updating before the screen updates.
Yeah, just
Because
that
it's
stream
yeah.
delay.
Correct, because we have stream
Yeah.
delay. Yep. Hmm. Did he not have temperance in his Fool, or is?
I guess he's not
Well,
wanting-
there's no way of knowing too that you're behind here.
Yeah, both players picking up this same driver's license just for a little bit of extra scoring. Heading into likely the last PvP, 1 second on timer. I mean, we were talking about it earlier. Sizaak is comfortable with a timer.
Yeah, and I mean, these photographs are just so powerful. I mean, if you just look at the X-Molt on trigger, it's gonna be 16 X-Molt per photograph here. Chad is 4x if you don't count the photographs, because we already did 16x on the photo, and then Sock is a 32x. I mean, Sizaak has a couple 32x Molt Jokers, but with the hack and the dust, but this Sock is completely useless, and so is the photo, so I mean, Doc just has a critical mass of good X-Molt on the team.
Yeah, just also getting 15 million from whatever hand you can play thanks to Photo Chad.
Yeah, and that's gonna force turnover. Sizaak's lineup has not improved really from the last time they
Oh,
were in the PvP. I mean, the
mentioned-
judgment into
You mentioned
Dusk
something about getting value out of 8-ball.
would have been
Yeah.
such a good,
And
such a big deal.
It's kind of hilarious
Just
if because I didn't take the
unfortunately
8-ball.
not
It didn't
able
feel like
to
it. It
overcome
didn't feel
the
like I
strength
know
of
8-ball's
double
good, but it didn't feel
photo
like
chat.
it fit into my lineup. It's
Didn't fit
kind of
with what you already
hilarious.
had going on, for sure.
Yeah. It's kind of hilarious if you beat me with 8-ball because I think the game that kind of convinced me to try out multiplayer in the first place was watching you beat Raffle with an 8-ball.
Oh
It's
yeah.
gonna be a little bit of irony,
Oh.
isn't it? Sizaak
Good
might be watching
times.
this back, going, "Huh, I got beat with an 8-ball."
Do I? Oh man, do I?
Maybe.
Hold on to that.
I mean,
Well,
beat
I
with a
mean-
reroll, really.
No,
Well,
we
yeah.
can
It was like, yeah, I mean, the Chad 8-ball,
Yeah.
I mean, Sizaak's a great player. I'm sure he would have taken
Okay.
the Chad 8-ball just the same, you know? I think it was very interesting to see the sellout of Rebate. I don't know if we would have
I know
seen
what
it
you
from
mean. We
Sizaak. I
missed,
think
right?
that was more of a less obvious line that absolutely paid off for Dr. Spectred here.
It's taking like a whole
but-
minute to animate each hand.
Yeah, nonetheless,
Yeah, it's getting
excellently
real
played
bad.
from
It's
both
getting
players.
real
Yeah,
bad.
and
If
that's
I
not
had
just
to
because of the
guess,
retriggers.
We're going to be heading to
Yeah.
high stakes after this game.
Yeah, Sizaak got the choice. I mean, knowing Doc, do you send Dr. Spectre to a high stakes 1v1?
My God.
I Okay, here's my hot take, Bean.
I don't feel like
I
counting, so I'm
think
just gonna send them
That
all.
gold stake multiplayer Balatro is so much
Okay.
different than single player gold stake that I'm not super pressed about the tons of gold stake experience, because Sizaak arguably has more gold stake experience in the form of gold stake multiplayer specifically.
Oh, I guess
It's
I
really
could do it
just
that way.
how
Which I
strong the
think can
seed
counteract
is.
it.
Sometimes gold stake multiplayer still is just PvE and trying to beat the blinds. Especially, you know,
Yeah,
Doc
sure.
given the chance here with the deck pick. We could just go to like black deck, and Doc has the highest win rate on that for
Oh, you
just
want to do it at the
surviving.
same time?
But yeah,
Oh,
I mean that
sorry.
is.
Oh, wait,
a
wait,
high
it's on its
percentage
way.
of Doc.
It's
taking a while.
I
going.
mean, if
It's
you're
going.
Sizaak,
It's going
what line
eventually.
are you really taking here? I mean, what's your pick? What's your ban? I mean, I feel like
I'm so
if
used to
you're
like
gonna
I'm
go
behind.
up
I gotta
against
play now.
one of the best
E-
players.
Oh,
16.
gosh.
To
Oh,
E12.
oh.
GG. But if you're gonna go against Doc, I mean, I feel
you
like
got a
should play what
dusky
you're
boy
capable
over
of.
there.
You know what I mean? Like, play
I
what you
did.
know you
I
play best, and
did.
Sizaak is a big fan
Okay.
of high
I have the
stakes. So
Chad.
So you
Stay
just
in
never
Rico
saw
Square
the
Call
chat.
today.
Okay.
No.
He'll fall for it.
I think it was. I forgot what ante it was, but it was like my last reroll. That ante. I was like, okay, I rerolled into it. It was
Yeah,
side
look
by
at
side.
GG's
It
there.
was
Obviously,
Chad,
Chad being
and it
the
was
story
8
there.
ball. And so like that sealed the
I
deal.
see. Yeah.
So maybe if you
Yeah,
didn't see the
well,
Chad,
it
maybe
would-
you didn't see
yeah,
the 8
and that's game one for
I saw
Doc.
an 8
Now
ball
it was
later, but I think it was very
pretty
late.
interesting.
Too
Doc
late. I mean, you
was
can't
actually
take
in my
advantage. You
chat
got no
earlier, and I
Chad,
asked
right?
him what he thought of the matchup.
Yeah.
He thinks it's going
Yeah,
to
so,
be a
like,
Sizaak 2-1.
in the earlier PvPs,
whether
I
that's
played
just
like
him being
we
humble
the
or
there was the polychrome
his
or the purple
actual
seal,
opinion.
and I decided to take the purple
We will
seal.
see if Doc
I
can
also took
upset
the
his
purple
own
seal.
And
expectations
then
here.
it just happened to be
Doc
an 8,
did
and then
put
so
in the Discord
there was,
earlier
like,
today
one where
that
I
he does
played-
feel like
it was-
this
it
will
was a
be
flush
his
house, eights
most
and jacks, and I
difficult
made some
match
glass eights.
of the entire season.
Really?
So, yep.
Man.
What a
I-
battle, man!
See you in the final stock. We'll see about that.
I had two Sock and Photo were just dead jokers in my spot. I was playing flush 5/5s. I was like really hoping a Photo would show up. 'Cause
I don't know, Bean. I think I might
Oh, yeah,
knock
yeah,
you out of
swapped out
playoffs
garbage
first.
reference. I was afraid of.
I
So
don't
in order
think
to play
that's
the flush
possible.
house against you one time and then like the flush 5 a second.
The
I
good
mean,
like,
news
let's
it's
not-
possible
oh,
for
yeah,
you to
'cause
knock
what
me
you
out of the
the moon.
playoffs.
Yeah, are you saying like
And
as
then
far as
there was,
seeding is
like,
concerned?
sun after
Or-
sun
or
kept
just, like,
showing
you
up,
don't
and
think
was
I can
like,
beat
I'm
you?
so
'Cause
I mean,
gave
find
me
out on
clubs,
the
and
week
then
8.
Sixth Sense gave a sigil.
I guess so.
Gave me more clubs. And I was like,
yeah. I also ripped that sigil.
I mean, the joke's on
yeah,
you. I have to
had
get
the
to
dice
playoffs
with the
before
8
you
ball, and I was like, oh,
eliminate
if
me from the
Bloodstone
playoffs. But
shows
yeah.
up, we're cooked. There's no coming back.
Yeah.
Well,
I
that
just
plasma
felt like I
run
couldn't take
didn't
the dice when I
let
was
us
so
down,
reliant
did
on
it?
glass.
E16
I wasn't-
to
I was
E12
using the
fantasy
bonus
owners
ones to- that was
are
kind of interesting,
pretty
the fun thing about
happy at
plasma,
that
like, the
match. That's
bonus
for sure.
cards
This
were
was a
powerful
hard
surviving
match
the
to bet
blind.
on it.
Like,
Putting your
that's
money
what I was
on
using the
either
threes.
horse
Just
here,
barely getting by.
it's just a gamble.
I got the Chad, and then that allowed me to sell Hack. Otherwise, I would have gone into Hack.
Yeah.
And I think that made the
the
difference
Chad-
because then if you're
Chad.
on face cards,
Go
then
past
when
your
Sock
face.
shows up,
Yes,
then it's
I-
nicer for me than it is for
From
you.
a
Yeah. Yeah.
huge
Ah.
nemesis of
Yeah, I don't
Vagabond
remember
is in
exactly what ante
shambles,
it was.
fearing how I'm
That's
going
rough.
to do this season.
See you in a bit.
Yeah. See ya.
All right, we run it back. We have deemed the Balatro gods. We're just not happy with that run,
Oh,
so that's
okay.
fine.
Okay.
This
So
might be the
let's
longest
look at
set
Probably.
that we will experience
Probably.
I was
for
just
I
thinking
bet you I
that.
know what hand.
the
he's gonna
entirety
play.
of Major League Balatro, because I mean, okay, I think game
bet you.
3, if Sizaak wins, Doc will probably select Gold Stake.
So
They were saying
he
something
heard me
in
here.
Discord a while ago about how
I think there's some
if
arguments
Sizaak
for
picks Gold Stake, they think it would be a bit of a
you use
wasted
Hermie
pick.
right away. You open the button
because
with
Doc
panic.
would want
I
to go
think,
there
my
anyway,
personal
so,
style is you hold Hermie. Maybe don't.
maybe
take
not
it
the
right
longest
away.
since it
Or
possibly
maybe
won't
don't
be
use it
3
right
white
away.
stake games, but
Maybe one benefit to using
Alright,
it right
immediately
away.
picking up the Hermit, I wonder what these players are going to do with it. You definitely want to be able to afford this reroll voucher. Opening this Buffoon pack is now a little bit scary because you know you can survive the big blind with just 2 flushes, but opening this Buffoon pack doesn't come at the cost of $4, it comes at the cost of 8. And yeah, here's a hallucination that is definitely not the payout Doc was looking for. But both players are going to take this line. I'm interested to see if the reroll voucher in the shop changes the decision here because Hallucination's not going to be online for quite a while. There's a lot of things to buy. Powerful scoring joker could come up soon that requires money, and you need to be able to afford that reroll voucher.
I mean, you
So,
can always hit the Hermit. We're definitely gonna be able to afford it regardless, but the decision is, do we sell this Hallucination now? That's an extra $1 of interest. And you can double that again with Hermit, and that can compound throughout the game.
yeah. I mean, that's why I was thinking maybe even Steven because he lets you one shot, but I suppose $1 difference here, not too big of a deal. You can sell Hallucination as well for that. Oh my god, this is exactly what I was talking about. This shop is genuinely brutal. I think whoever doesn't open that Buffoon pack is at such an advantage, but since like most of the time you're just favored if you open it, that was why the play was decided to be like that for both players. Now I wonder what we're gonna do for Sizaak. This Arcana pack being opened, valued a little bit higher because of this Hallucination, and we're gonna be rewarded
I mean,
with Devil and Death on it.
Yep.
a Hermit in that pack would have solved all your problems. You definitely cannot pass that up, especially with the Hermit or the Hallucination
Takes
upstairs.
the voucher.
I mean, I feel like you can. I mean, the chance that you get rewarded there is not like super high. And that holographic Odd Todd was looking incredibly sexy for this first PvP, but absolutely there's a chance that you just get the Hermit bailout and immediately win. But
Curious
Doc?
to see if Doc takes this voucher like Sizaak did instead of any scoring here.
I mean, it feels like this reroll voucher is just too important, right? I mean, essentially, if you buy this
gonna-
reroll voucher, you save $2 on every reroll for the rest of the game.
Yeah,
gonna
we're
say,
on
we do see a
Zodiac
death
as
on
well, and
Sizaak.
Sizaak dead to the blind. That could influence your decision for sure here.
Yeah, because that's going to give Doc perfect information that, hey, if I don't buy scoring here, I'm probably going to lose a life.
It's also a long
And-
time before you can use the rerolls from this voucher.
Also, the holographic Odd Todd here, I mean, my line would have just been buy reroll voucher, buy holographic Odd Todd, but since Sizaak opened the Arcana as well as Doc, yeah, looks like we're gonna go Odd Todd. But so since Sizaak opened the Arcana as well as Doc, and Doc knows that they die to the blind, so they must not have a scoring joker. And this
Yeah.
holographic Odd Todd is just so likely to be the most powerful thing in the first PvP. I think Doc is saying, you know what? I will take this Odd Todd and lose out on the reroll voucher for an initial 2-life lead.
Yeah, and I think
It's
he's
not just a 1-life lead; it's a 2-life lead, probably.
yeah, he's gonna recognize that. I was listening into him really quickly, and he was like, "Oh, I guess that tells me that helps my decision." Is actually what he said there, because they were contemplating that voucher, but yeah, the tempo lead might just be a little bit of a better way to go here with that Odd Todd. Plus, it's a really helpful joker overall.
Gonna be useful here. No scoring joker in the shop. Sizaak trying to get delayed grat value and score 800, but these draws do get you out. You get the $6.
Yeah.
That is
Yep.
very nice.
Immediately using the justice when you have something like a hallucination, you gotta get these consumables out of your inventory so that when you open the pack, you will have room. If you decide to go down that path.
Odd Todd comes back, and we've
Yeah.
got some malt with it.
Does come back.
I mean, I'm picking up both. I mean, maybe I just pick up the Odd Todd and hope for a better base mult joker, like maybe a halvesies would be very nice here, but
I think this,
it
well,
looks like Sizaak.
there's also
is going to wait.
consideration of not wanting to win too soon. If you're playing down, you might as well look for those gold cards.
Well, look at this for Doc. That Odd Todd blocked into a Ride the Bus. That's a foil
Yep.
Molt Joker and a holographic Chips Joker.
I was curious to see if that was just going to be a chat or a photo. Just that, you
Yeah.
know, it's always going to be something that goes in the back of your mind, or
Mhm.
a mail-in rebate.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, those common blocks can be brutal. And looks like Dr. Spectre, considering buying one of these, where did the money come from? They're actually going to take the foil Ride the Bus. These turn order hands are going to be phenomenal. Sizaak in their
See the
very,
money.
very last shop here, needs to find some molt if they have any chance at winning the PvP. But with this holographic and foil for Doc, I just don't see it happening.
Another glass card potential though for Sizaak here.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, those glass cards can be huge in the
Correct.
future, but
But not
not
now.
in this PvP.
Doc actually decided to pass on that delayed gratification because we have value to get with the gold cards. Maybe hoping the discards are going to end up as just as much money. But without these draws, that is just money he's missing out on.
Yeah, absolutely. Sizaak opening the Celestial. Maybe there's a line with the Sun card and 2 glass cards. Now that could win a PvP. I might have to walk back my my previous statement. Flush House with 2 glass cards could absolutely work some magic here. Yeah, and Sizaak deciding which level to go with. It's going to be the flush. Mime picked up for Sizaak. Doc sees it in the shop. Are we going to take it as well? It just seems like a good speculative joker to take, and it does provide immediate value with the gold cards in the deck.
So curious how much Doc values this tarot merchant. The super one. You know, the big boy.
I'd be very surprised to see a pickup on that. But also, notably, we're down a glass already because we kept this Justice card, didn't pick a card to use it on, and we block it in this pack.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, typically, I think the general consensus around the second tarot merchant is that it's just not gonna be worth a lot of the time because you really need to see jokers, like especially early. Like you really need to find jokers, and it just
Not
cuts
this early.
the amount of jokers you see
I think
into like a very like what's the specific numbers? It's like
Mime
1 in
money,
7 of
we can
every
probably open a Celestial
card
pack
you see in
for
the shop will be a
hallucination.
planet. 1 in 7 will
Could
be a
be a
tarot. 5 in
sun.
7 will be jokers. If you get the first tarot merchant, it will increase your odds of tarots to 2 in 7 and decrease your joker odds to 4 in 7. But then you get the third one, and now you get 4 out of 7 tarots and 2 out of 7 jokers, and that
Makes
is
total sense.
so little, especially with the amount of scaling that rerolls do. I mean, every single time you reroll, it's another dollar. You get up to like $20 rerolls
Right.
sometimes, in very rare occasions. And you're just gonna see way less jokers than your opponent, despite rolling more. I think the only times I see Tarot Tycoon picked up and it actually be very good is when you already have that Joker lineup on lock, right? You
Correct.
have
I was just gonna
Blueprint,
say a little bit
Brainstorm,
later.
Idle Sock. Suddenly you don't care as much, and all you want is deck fixing. So then you just go Tarot Tycoon and get everything you ever need.
Sizaak draws his flush house incredibly early, by the way.
We do have another glass to look for, but you can't, I guess with the lovers you can get both those glass in it.
Yep.
Gonna have to decide whether he wants to discard for that extra glass or just start out strong here.
Well, we do have, I was going to say we have delayed gratification, but we already used our discard, so it looks like we are going to come out swinging.
No breaks?
It's 9,000 chips, quite a lot, but Doc has consistent scoring here. The Odd Todd with the holographic with the ice cream is the main thing, so a few not so big hands in combination with maybe the diamond flush with a glass on there could definitely get there, and Sizaak just had the one hand.
I feel like if I'm Sizaak, I don't play that because you're giving away information that you played one big hand and you potentially don't have much else. Am I wrong in thinking that?
I think you just don't want to miss out on your gold.
True.
Yeah,
True.
But you can just wait till your opponent has one hand left, right, to show that information. Doc is going to be relying on this diamond flush to score quite a bit. It needs to score 6,000 about, because this flush, we just saw a previous flush from Sizaak with a similar amount of odd cards score about 1.5k. And
it's going to be close.
Yeah.
We'll see what this next draw is for Sizaak.
Yep.
I think
Another
needs
flush
a
and we
miracle.
might have it.
Yeah.
Concedes to
And-
take his $6.
I mean,
Yep.
I say
it's
concedes,
$12.
but-
That's mime. That's
yes,
gold,
so
and
I saw that's right.
that's gonna even
Mime.
out the money in the bank.
I mean, this was a PvP that Doc needed to take. For the record, if Doc does not win this PvP, suddenly Sizaak is at a massive advantage. Like, a massive, massive advantage. Having reroll voucher for this entire game, much, much cheaper rerolls, and the econ engine is getting online. We have Mime with the gold cards. That is not shabby at all, so we will be rerolling in the shop. I mean, you have to have compensation for skipping that reroll voucher, and this is what was calculated by Doc, was the 2 life advantage right off of the bat. And if we missed out on that, it would have been brutal. So
Doc just
very well played.
First thing in the pack, or in this shop, is opening the Spectral and max punished with the Wraith.
Wow.
Yeah. And does he take it? I'm very curious here.
There's so much you want to buy
Familiar
here.
could give me glass.
If I know Doc well,
Could give
I
me
don't
gold,
think there's
could
any
give
way
me
he takes that
steel.
Wraith.
I think we familiar no matter what. I think we familiar here.
Raw
I think I
decision
don't.
for
I think I
Sizaak
can't
as
afford
well.
20
If
bucks
I
right
had to
now.
guess, Sizaak, I mean, they really
Ooh.
do value that interest. They do value skipping
Okay.
out on
Last-
early vouchers for interest a lot of times. I think we're probably not going to see them spend all the way down for the Spectral, but they might be considering maybe going down to $10. But I don't think we will be going any farther than that.
Nah.
Yeah, we're just
Buying
gonna buy the voucher to
yep.
spend some money. We get a Hermit from that hallucination, and Doc actually blocks it because he picked up the death.
Wow. And now does Sizaak
Rock,
rip
or
it?
sorry,
I
the,
think
the
Oh, I
showing
think
in the
we
duo.
do. Baron, for
Probably
sure.
find a drop on top. Maybe
Oh,
it's a
it
little bit
is.
questionable,
Doc
but
taking
This
another
could be
driver's
game winning.
license.
screw it.
Oh
Driver's license.
no!
the rare queue hates Sizaak today. My goodness. Yeah,
It's
and that is
always-
really unfortunate for Sizaak believers.
Yeah, it's always mentally frustrating too when you rave twice in a row. I know it's 2 different seeds, but when you I rave twice in a row and it's just the same thing. It's like, give me some
Does-
variety.
Does Sizaak have their driver's license IRL? Is the game trying to say something?
I think it's implying
Like-
he's 6 years old in this with that driver's license not online yet. Thank you for the raid, Raffle. Welcome in. We are catching a great set here. 2 goats. We're playing White Stake. I mean, you look at these players, I'm surprised we're on another White Stake game, to be honest.
Yeah, I really thought it was gonna be one of the in between stakes. I thought it was gonna be like purple, but
Now,
it's White Stake game 2 decided by Sizaak.
Vagabond, did I mishear you earlier? I thought you said that since we're playing White Stake, these games are going to be quicker.
No, I said
Okay.
It's probably gonna be Gold Stake game 3 specifically if
Okay.
Sizaak
okay.
wins.
What is
and then
Sizaak's flush
that make
level?
that game a little bit
Okay.
faster.
With the duo, this definitely makes it. Maybe considering whether... I mean, I risk a glass for $6 at this point.
Absolutely. We got the Hermit up top. That money is just so important. We have Hallucination, so we have some level of Tarot Generation, and maybe not the best, but it works.
Also, Doc doesn't have the Showman. Decided to pass on it. We have a 70 chip ice cream versus a 50 chip Showman. I'd much rather have that other Joker.
I'm a huge Showman believer when it comes to PvP.
A second mine
Breaks his glass.
can do a lot.
For Sizaak.
Breaks the glass. It is going to be enough. Flush house level in the shop. I wonder if Sizaak is going to just not spend anything, or if they're going to just rip the Hermit and buy the packs. I feel like I definitely like rip the Hermit and take the packs, but we can go double Hermit here. Maybe sell foil Showman and get a lot of cash here. So we can
It's
get
tough to
all the
pass
packs.
on this much money for a Chariot on a 4. I don't know if I've ever seen a Chariot on a 4 willingly. We see another
so
Hermit at
much
$0. At
What the
$0. This Mystic
Oh.
Summon gonna be very nice though, just to survive.
Wow. I mean, that's so much money, but no money. It's crazy.
Yeah, what is the logic between that on the 4? You want to play face cards down the road and have those lower cards being re-triggered by a mine maybe later down the road? Like, what is the thought process of a 4 over a face card, like what Doc is doing over here?
I mean, to be honest, putting steel on your lower end cards is typically more punishing than helpful. If you're gonna go into high card, the one thing that does impact that is going to be raised fist, and then you would prefer your steel to be on a much higher rank. So I'm not 100% certain what the thought process is here. Maybe what you were saying, where Sizaak wants to play their face cards eventually, and it's going to be hard to play your face cards if they're steel. But,
yeah, that's the only thing I can think of. Sizaak will be able to rip these hermits here. Finally.
Well, that is very nice. Able to get some value. $60. There's that same hermit for Doc, as well as an oops with this hallucination. We still got this ice cream given 50 chips. We've got the room.
Yeah, Sizaak here, just looking for anything. I wonder if they're going to roll down in the shop here and try to find something good for PvP, because they do have the seed money, which incentivizes them a little bit to maybe hold on to the cash here. But not rolling down before PvP could be a big mistake. We will see.
Doc just made the... I don't think I could have guessed that decision in a million years. We took the fortune teller, we didn't sell the ice cream, and we're moving on, just taking this 15 malt over the dice hallucination, you know, also the potential value from luckies, which are very likely on Zodiac deck. I guess actually probably considering the downsides of the dice heading into PvP when planning to play glass, maybe justifies that.
This is just tempo. Like, yeah, I think this is just full tempo. This is Doc saying, I need to win the game, and I need to win the game now.
If we're playing glass, 17 malt does nothing.
Well, we're not really playing that much glass, is the thing.
There's
how many?
4 glass.
Oh, there's 4.
5
there's
glass.
4? Okay, yeah, no, I'm confused. Never mind. I take it back. I literally have no idea. Never mind. Didn't realize we had like 5 glass cards in Doc's deck. Yeah, I mean the mult really is not doing anything.
And we sell the odd Todd before this clever and the fortune teller.
Yeah, I'm really confused here.
Sizaak side, we're seeing some Mercuries being spent over high card, despite taking that high card. Going in with a queen. I'm sorry, I shoot the moon and mine build here. But he explained he just doesn't want to go high card.
Yeah, I mean, it's unlikely that it's going to be a high card seed when you have the Justice.
And the duo.
Well, Shoot the Moon Mime, pretty solid. Doc's deck looking rather thick, 54 cards in the deck. Yes, we have a lot of glass, but we might not draw the Flush 5 or Flush House, depending on what we're going to go for here. Lovers and the Strength gonna help for sure, but they need to draw a good hand, and if they don't, Sizaak could pull out a bit of a some high card shenanigans with Shoot the Moon and some steel.
Also, just for statistical reasons here, Sizaak pushing the timer there. Don't know how much we're going to see that this season.
Yeah. I definitely think Sizaak is going to have the turn order here and force Doc to really play here. And we get the Flush 5 draw immediately with 3 glass. We can strength the queen into Lovers if we so decide, or we can look for another King of Hearts.
Yeah, there's also consideration for that extra glass queen. You can play the 5 of a kind. We have lots of queens to draw to use the strength on still. With this starting draw, you have a lot of options.
Yep. I think the discard that we're queuing up for Doc is my favorite one. That is definitely what I would be doing in this spot. Just because we want to get a maximum value strength here. And yeah, so many kings, very unlikely to be punished. And like this is the type of thing that when I say Doc has really stepped up their game, it's this play is technically okay. I'm a little bit confused why they didn't strength there, but this play is technically it's not consistent in the sense that you can get really punished here. You have 20 cards left in the deck. You could absolutely miss the draw and not end up playing that flush 5, but it's the willingness to lose to blinds, to lose to PvPs to a low roll that I feel like I'm seeing more often this season.
You gotta take a risk to get the high roll. But I mean, I think we could have maybe gotten a little more value. We really want to keep this steal for Doc with the mime.
Yeah, I think we're gonna end up
And
having to
and
play
we're
it
after
pair.
all those greedy discards, we're keeping that jack to get turn order before the steal. Given full decision here. We had
Yeah.
5 of a kind,
Doc-
4 glass.
I didn't even realize, but Doc had a glass queen in the deck, so I think that's why they were holding on to strength for specifically that that queen. And now we are going to have less. We're gonna have less base molt, but the extra ×2 is more than worth it just to play the 5 of kind over the flush 5, and this is going to set Sizaak down to 1 life. And the fact that Doc has turn order here is also phenomenal because they will not have to risk all their glass at all. I think 4 of a kind is going to clear here.
Yeah, that
I'm
hand
curious
is
to see where
pretty
Doc
telling.
goes with this.
You can do a 4 of a kind, throw in that 8, and I mean, that should easily clear. Doc had a 2 pair, they'd probably be tempted for that. Or the flush 5 unlock. Risking 1 less
Absolutely could be the
glass.
line.
It's ×8, he says.
×8? Is that what I say, or is that what you say?
Yeah. Hold on.
Who's he in this
I feel like
I
Doc
gotta get out
keeps
my
pulling up to the
calculator.
PvPs with
you
more
get the
glass than
calculator, my
Sizaak. That seems to
calculator.
be a consistent theme across
Yes.
the last
Alright.
2 games.
Yeah, I think this time it was just a difference of drawing a glass in an Arcana pack for a Death Fool.
So yeah,
That
×2
hurts.
win
Oh,
there
That
with
was the,
one
biggest
glass.
decider there.
Hit him with a.
Zodiac
Oh no.
Yep.
But that's
And
1
Sizaak-
life for Sizaak, and we don't have too much going for us other than this voucher.
I mean, yeah, we have the voucher. Oops, all 6's hallucination could put in some work potentially. I mean, it's definitely very scary for Sizaak here. I mean, I really respect the play from Doc to skip on that reroll voucher. I think is a very smart play that pays off
Doc?
quite a lot.
Doc is also contemplating here. He was saying that he thinks he has enough gas to use this voucher now.
I mean, if you're trying to end the game immediately, right? Like if you're trying to end the game this ante, I mean, priority number 1 is going to be flush 5 glass. Right?
We've got enough glass already. I think I
Right.
am not a fan of this voucher. Especially looking at Doc's lineup. All of these jokers are completely expendable.
Right. Yeah.
Fine.
But he said earlier,
If
you know,
say
maybe it's
so.
too early for it.
Could
Maybe
be
values
blue
it higher
joker for the
than
clever
some.
joker.
Taros can be
I
strong.
mean, yeah, 2 more glasses is going to be a
think
4x, but
that
also think of the
makes
common
sense.
jokers. That would be the exact same thing. I mean, you got Chad.
All right.
I guess Chad is the big one.
So the glass here
Photograph
you discard.
could be helpful. I think maybe part of the reason why we were considering it is also this mime.
Yeah.
Because that's gonna make your enhancements more powerful. Your steel more powerful, your gold more powerful.
Yeah, this is just the type of game I love to play. I mean, I know I don't get a chance to play high card in, you know, multiplayer Balatro too often, but like I love where this run is going just because it's a it's a high card.
It's not a high card. We
I
played
know
a
it's
flush
not.
5 of glass.
It's a high card start, But what I considered, maybe I need to rephrase this too. I call what Doc is doing a high card start. Even though he's playing 5, we're utilizing the mime. We're getting enough molt to utilize a mime with chariots, I guess, is the direction that I'm trying to discuss.
Yeah, I mean the mime is.
I recognize it's not a high card seed, but at the same time, I'm also recognizing that the mime does have some importance here.
Yeah, I mean, I would say it's a very, very important part of this build, just because, I mean, of course you have the extra X-Mole on your big hand, but the more nuanced part that maybe is less obvious is just the turn order in PvP. I mean, there's Oops All Sixes glass on Sizaak's side of the screen, which means that either we're gonna have to sell the Oops All Sixes or we're going to have to make a rough decision when Doc gets turn order with the Raised Fist and Steel combination here. How much glass we're gonna play, how much is it willing to break, and at one life you're kind of just forced to go all in. So I mean, the mime could absolutely cause some serious damage to Sizaak's deck in the form of glass breakage, and if you can just keep forcing your opponent to break their glass and then you just keep building up more and more glass, then 4 lives to do that, you can just build up a very big advantage.
Yeah. No, so true. For the record, cycling back, when Sizaak did see that raised fist, he was, I was listening in, and he was like, "Oh my gosh, that's right, this was stupid now." And then he brought up his thing and showed the Chariot 4, kind of forgetting about that
Yeah,
aspect of raised
Chariot on a
fist and the
4
Chariot.
is something.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I would understand it if we had a hack, maybe, because you wanna copy cards that you wanna play, and that way you can copy steals and fours at the same time. But that's kind of a stretch. So,
Also,
yeah.
using a strength over a magician in that pack just to make more queens. We have the dice. That magician could have been a lot of money, especially with this fool to use it on. There's a judgment for a
potentially.
seance. It's gonna be very difficult to use that seance in 1 life.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think we take some money.
Look at the business card though. Hey, now that's really good. That business card is a lot of money that Doc won't be having. Sizaak still has another blind to play. The reroll voucher showing its effect at least a little bit. I mean, 4 rerolls for Sizaak here. But I don't know. Sizaak needs to get this glass online.
Sizaak's also starting to commit to this high card idea pretty quickly, I'm noticing.
I mean, there's just not much of an option to score. We've got this glass build up, and keeping the steel in hand for PvP with that glass probably going to be the scoring plan, but just to survive the blinds at the moment, that's our only form of malt.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really think Sizaak is like necessarily committing to the high card. It's just he's utilizing it in these blinds, right? Because I mean, the only scoring is the shoot the moon and the steal in the base blinds, other than the glass, and we really don't want to be playing our glass with Oops All Sixes.
So this business card is going to be difficult to farm living off of shoot the moon.
Yeah. And it's going to be slow. Just 1 at a time. Maybe 2 here with the jack, but
yeah, I mean, this pair is pretty solid.
Yeah, there should be another 3,000 points, really. Okay, 2.
I'm really trying to figure out where the scoring, how many steel cards they really need here. I'm pretty sure they just win with a couple more high cards, so should not be too much of an issue here for Sizaak. It's like they get out a little bit earlier than they wanted to, but overall, completely fine. That business card scored like, I think $8, $10 there. Not too bad.
Zodiac putting on a show here for Sizaak. Just a lot of tarot cards in here that...
Yeah, also... Oh, there's a Death Fool. That's gonna make that glass line a lot stronger for Sizaak this PvP.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, Sizaak needed the Death Fool. That's gonna put them at a flush 5 of glass cards. If they can draw their hand, they still need to draw the hand, though.
They only have 1, or there's 2 glass jacks they have.
Yeah.
Wait, why does it say 4 on the display?
There might be a
There's
hidden
got a
2
glass
there.
5 and a glass jack.
Yeah, no, they have 3 glass jacks. They have 3 glass.
Oh,
it's
I
not even
didn't
a
see the
plus
last
one. They can
one.
get a 5
Yeah,
of a
yeah.
kind.
Yeah.
All right, here's the business card pickup for Dr. Spectred. I mean, just any econ, you're gonna take it. I think at this point, if I'm Doc, I am a little bit worried about the Oops All Sixes, but not too much. Just because it does come with that downside of, okay, well, maybe my opponent is gonna have enough glass to beat me in the next PvP, but if they play all of it with this Oops All Sixes,
We've got
they're
3
gonna be
glass
hurting.
jacks. We've got 2 steel cards. Don't want to roll too much because we do have death in full here, but I do kind of
Am I
want to roll at least a little
crazy, or
bit. Maybe
Do
chaos
I really
over
feel like if I'm looking side to side, at
business
each
card
screen
here?
right now, I feel like Sizaak actually has
'cause-
Bloodstone.
Bloodstone.
Oops with a
Never
flush
mind.
5.
Never mind. I mean, I was already gonna say I think Sizaak is still favored in this PvP, but I think
I
we're
mean,
definitely favored here now.
That's a good Joker 7x on that flush 5, but also
And we're
Sizaak needs to take 4 lives from Doc, and Oops Glass is a hard thing to work. The only thing backing it up is this Zodiac deck, but we need the Taros to come and the glass to not break with this Oops.
I mean, the Zodiac deck does do a pretty good job of supporting
Yep.
it. Hallucination with the Oops All Sixes, and also, I mean, we're not really hurting for Econ, right? I mean, we have
Maybe
a
Doc
good
didn't
amount
hold
of
on to the
cash
oops,
flow
and then we're
coming
up
in
with the
the mime
Bloodstone.
on the gold cards
Which is
here.
possible, though honestly not super
Also that
likely, I
seed
don't
money,
think.
a lot of interest. So, I don't really think Sizaak is
Maybe I gotta
in
drop shoot some
too
in here.
terrible of a spot to
I don't wanna
support the
drop my
glass,
good
but it
econ
is
Joker.
definitely really unfortunate for them.
Magician I wish I could
that
take,
they're
but I
gonna
can't.
be
I shouldn't
having
roll
to play
down.
this
I
class.
shouldn't
And
roll
keep in
down.
mind,
Do we want the Tarot
cannot
Tycoon?
rely
I mean,
on
we're
Oops All
gonna need
Sixes
more glass,
Bloodstone to
right?
carry
We're gonna
them
need more
fully.
glass.
They do have to play glass. 5 instances of 2x is better than 5 instances.
We're taking Tarot Tycoon here to support
Yep.
the Oops Glass.
Oh my.
Whew. All right.
So
But,
that voucher going to be a little countered by just seeing less Jokers in shop. Maybe Doc can keep up with the Joker rerolls, but definitely not the Taros anymore.
I'm gonna say
Yeah,
my point after this
absolutely.
PvP because I'm gonna listen in really quickly, but I'll be right back.
Aren't you flush on
No.
cash? Don't you got that mime money?
I mean, a little bit, but
You don't sound very proud of it. I'll give you that.
I mean, the econ is so close here, but the rolls are not
it's just
thanks
a
to that
certain
voucher.
combination of things where it's really bad to be behind on lives. Like,
100%. I mean, Sizaak's just that Bloodstone
yeah.
is
yeah.
the first
I
real
could
instance
see
of
how
that,
someone might
voucher
interpret it
really
that way.
paying off
This might
here.
be a situation where you want some time to rebuild and catch up, and all that fun stuff.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah, that can't force your hands. Okay. Oh. man,
Again,
so
I mean,
bad,
this
so
is
bad.
going to be phenomenal turn ordering
Do another
from
one?
Doc here. Not going to be forced to play
Alright,
any
over
glass
to
this
you.
PvP
Okay.
because
Nap
after they
time over
see
here.
the death fool on the glass from the Sizzler,
Oh man. Okay, I think.
I mean, after they see this flush
I think I'm
5,
gonna
it's
do this
just
because I don't think I can afford to.
I mean, Doc kind of rewarded by these terrible
This could
draws
just get
because
me-
we're not
this
even
could
going to
just get me
be
killed, but, like, at the
close to
same
tempted to
time-
risk too much glass here.
Well, that kinda gets me
Right, I
killed,
was just
so-
thinking that.
Sizaak also not going to play all their glass. Just assuming they're up the Oops Bloodstone. That is very risky on one life.
I
He
mean,
is-
maybe they're making a sort of judgment call here where they know Doc didn't die to that blind, and that could either be just they played it better, or
Alright.
they took a scoring
my hand.
joker, and if they
Tell me
took a
what you
scoring
got.
joker, they could not have afforded that reroll voucher unless
Only
they
one
decided
One break.
to-
Oh,
unless they decided
found
to
something.
go
Right.
and not go with the Arcana, which feels like a mistake, perhaps.
How much steel did Sizaak
with the
have? Is
hallucination.
there any
Maybe.
chance this 4 of
I
a
guess
kind
there's
just
a
wins?
chance.
I think just one. I don't think
Plus
so.
20 malt.
Four chance.
Wow.
4x.
Well.
It's not enough.
being-
If if Doc found all their glass
That's
there,
relief. Oh gosh, that scares me. That was the okay.
Okay,
alright.
Wow.
okay.
Yeah, the
okay,
plus 20
okay,
mult
okay.
almost did it.
We got ourselves a game. See you in a little
Yep, we
bit.
do.
I mean, I didn't
Juicy
realize that Doc had a crazy 4 of a kind level there.
Yeah, level 4.
Hand size voucher coming up. That's gonna be, I think, probably better for Sizaak than Doc. Of course, it's really good for both players, but since Sizaak is gonna see more tarot cards, find more devils, maybe gonna be able to take advantage of that hand size a little bit more, but it's probably a marginal difference.
Okay, so now I want to ask my hypothetical question that I don't want the audience to take this the wrong way when I ask a question like this, but on the Major League Balatro circuit, tempo is a very common thing that we do believe in. However, the more that I've been around the ranked community and, getting to know you and Vaga and Sizaak and everybody else that comes in from there, I've learned that tempo isn't always the greatest. And I always feel like almost every game I watch, whether it's you, Sizaak, Vagabond, you guys are down 4-1. That one life, power life. And I feel like this is where you guys get rewarded more than none because you see more tarot cards, you see more money, usually. And now Sizaak is starting to prove that we're able to dig deeper into the shop, find what we need. Is this real? Or, or like, what am I looking at with this? Because this is
It's
already
It's not
rewarding.
that tempo is fake. It's that the tempo that you want to do is just tempo that is not severely impacting your future. And
Right.
skipping a reroll voucher is very risky because it can severely impact your future, right? Which is why I liked the line of not going in the Arcana, because it's just risky and that way
Shabu?
you're getting the tempo while still having a solid future here. However, I will say if Sizaak doesn't open the Arcana super early, they don't get those 2 gold cards. And if they don't get those 2 gold cards, they are not printing anywhere as near as much cash at this point in the game. So I don't know.
You got to go for the high roll. If your opponent finds something good in that Arcana, you just lose.
I mean, yeah,
Hermit,
but
game
if they
winning.
find nothing, you just win.
Well,
Now, while I was
seeing it
yapping,
here.
did Doc take that red seal?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
You
the
put it on-
red
I saw
seal
Sizaak take it.
on the
I
king.
just didn't
That's
see it.
also going to make that Tarot Tycoon pickup from Sizaak a lot better. Being able to get a flush 5 red seal glass also makes the Bloodstone better. Definitely favoring Sizaak with that Deja Vu. Sizaak doesn't have
I
it on
think the big
glass yet, though.
difference is- Yeah, exactly. Sizaak
Yeah, he didn't
put it
pull
on a
glass.
steel card. Well, he did pull glass. It was just a glass 5. I believe he found the glass 5 in the pack.
Correct. I meant the jacks. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Oh, a
Yeah.
Death Fool with the red seal draw. The difference of putting it on another card
My God.
could even
Wow.
lead to Doc being up red seal glass this ante despite being down the voucher.
That is so fortunate for Doc. Oh my goodness.
I'm not seeing any jacks drawn into that pack.
Wow.
Wow. Is right.
Yeah, and even if we get the Death Fool for Sizaak here, that's Chariots on that enhancement, not Justice. So even though we're up, the Bloodstone oops.
Oh, and a Fool from the hallucination.
my
All of these deaths
God.
showing up before the Justice is very bad for Sizaak on 1 life.
Oh my God, what the heck? Bro, that is crazy. I mean, suddenly just having this Tarot Tycoon is it's just completely irrelevant since all the crazy good tarot cards just want to show up immediately for Doc.
Wow.
And that's the
That
thing
is-
about Tarot Tycoon. You already got a lot of tarots. We have Tarot Gen from the hallucination, and we're on Zodiac deck. Like, you're not going to be short of tarots.
I
And
mean,
eventually you're gonna get that
this
flush
is,
5.
This is super high roll.
Of
think
course it
that-
is, but you're not going to be lacking deaths with Econ on Zodiac.
Just goes to
I-
show. Got to do the fun play sometimes, and rip a Ouija.
We got the hand size.
Anyways, no, yeah, that's right.
Dude, this juggler, by the way, for Doc is amazing. This juggler is putting in a lot of work here, allowing for all the steel in hand along with the gold, allowing us to play whatever hands we really need to, find whatever we need to. Um,
Yeah, a lot of value to gain here, and we're one death away from that flush 5 for Doc. Still has room to hold Steel in the hand, so Red Seal Steel for Sizaak not going to do that much because Red Seal doesn't trigger the Mime again. It doesn't do too much there. Sizaak kind of needs
absolutely.
a lot of Taros. We need the Justice to show up, but we know because of how the queue works, all these Deaths and Fools are showing up before a Never mind, I lied. Justice right there. That's a big pull.
Yeah,
Are we
absolutely.
gonna?
I
We don't
mean,
bring it into the pack, and we don't draw the Red Seal for the death. Just gonna get it on a regular glass card. Photograph pickup as well for Doc.
Gonna be at least helpful with those red seals too.
I mean,
4x.
yeah, I mean, Sizaak is gonna need to find this photo though, and that's gonna be
Get
a
the
bit of an ask. There's the
There's
death.
the
If we
Red
brought the
Seal.
Justice
Yeah.
in, we would have had 2. I'm not 100% sure why we didn't bring the Justice in. Maybe
The Hermit.
maybe hedging for like an Emperor. If we
There's
see
a
an Emperor, we
Dusk.
want
That's
both slots.
making Bloodstone's top end a lot higher. The Red Seal difference doesn't matter as much when you have 1.5 to the 10th from just base retriggers.
Okay, but again, remember,
Wow.
Sizaak needs to find this. And
Nah, it's
where's
5
the
rerolls in,
econ?
and we have 2. Oh, we still have the big blind.
Well,
I was
it's
I
like,
five
guess-
still the
rerolls
big
in,
blind.
but 5 rerolls
Yeah,
in, but
true.
Sizaak needs to roll farther. He
If-
needs to roll farther.
If Tarot Tycoon is punishing, definitely could miss the Dusk.
Yeah. We will see. I mean, this is going to be a close PvP. I think the Dusk definitely favoring Sizaak here, but no red seals is going to be...
Nah, with
we
with
do
the
have
Dusk,
one red
if
seal.
Sizaak finds it, it shouldn't be close. Another thing with these red seals, even if Sizaak gets a bunch online, we only have 1 red seal glass at the moment. We need a death to be able to take the risk of playing it with the dice. I guess you still have the red seal with the steel, so maybe that was part of the decision making.
Nico, no. Good girl.
Distro's high card also makes me feel a little bit safer. Like, we might need that for the Red Seal Steel here. We could just put it on this, honestly. I think
We're
just do
throwing
that.
the
I don't wanna
Justice on the
be taking up
non-red
a
seal
slot when
again.
We've got Tarot
Huh,
Tycoon and
interesting.
Wait, are
Hallucination,
you
but
sure it's not close?
I think we just go like that.
With the Bloodstone for Sizaak?
And I think this one should
Yeah, it's
win.
1.5 to the 15th.
No, because we don't have
Yeah.
red seals. It's 1.5 to the power of 10.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, 50 face
50x.
cards, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and
And a flush 5 of red seals is 32x.
so yeah, 32x on the glass.
But Sizaak also has
Like,
a red
that's-
seal.
Yeah, but like that's like that could easily be the matter of like an additional steal or something. Like that's
Very true.
not close, you know? It's like 100% winnable.
We do have a lot of econ here and the voucher to roll. How far behind in the Joker queue are we? No Jokers in this roll. We gotta buy this tarot pack. There is a Hermit as
Rewarded.
well. And
But it gotta go death.
just another death not used on the red seal glass.
It's a little bit tragic.
Gonna keep it in the
I
fool
mean, at
as
least
well.
we do have this Hermit here. I think that
That
is
is
what is going to
very
be the
big.
sign-off. Yep. And one reroll behind still has not found this photograph here. And I mean, we could see Tarot Tycoon make Sizaak miss the Dusk. I think we're definitely going
Oh,
to be
true.
rerolling here.
Wait,
Yeah.
oh, there is so few Jokers. I mean, this is what we were talking about.
Yeah.
Not
He needs
there's
some
there's
help
the
from these
juggler.
Dusk!
There's the juggler.
Differences.
Not even
No,
seeing
Dusk!
There it is.
photograph yet.
There it is. There it is.
Wait, okay, photograph was a block from juggler, I think.
Oh my goodness.
That's a big difference maker with this dust. That's 8x. That can make up for that difference of Bloodstone and the red seals.
Yeah, 100%. And now Sizaak I mean, down a photograph, but at least they found the dusk. That was a close one. I mean, you can see it right now. Sizaak had to reroll 3 additional times.
Yeah.
I mean, we're down 3. Red Seal Glass didn't find the taros to make more. And Doc gonna have a pretty solid hand here, especially
Hello.
with this photograph.
Welcome back. Guess what
This
I
is a
got?
close one.
What'd you
It
got?
is.
Can of whoop ass.
I think I'm favoring Doc
Ah.
here. I mean, we have 4 red seal glass in the
I
deck.
did
Certainly
find
not
something
5, but,
kind of important in my last
It's still
reroll.
a lot, and that photograph
Thank goodness.
is
I almost
excellent,
didn't make
but
a
it's
re
just
like.
so much. We do
See,
have-
What does that mean?
It means that I feel
I was just
a
gonna-
lot
I-
better than I would have felt if
I
I
don't know
hadn't
about you
made that
guys, but I'm
reroll.
gonna
That's his,
favor whoever gets the better draw.
that's what that means.
Okay.
We got
That
50
might
cards
be
in the
the
deck
smarter
and a
way to go.
lot of
Power to you.
discards.
Yeah.
That's
And there's 4 glass on one side. We also have
I'm
the
gonna tell
Justice
you
about
I
upstairs.
these-
bottom decked last time.
Yeah, I was
and
like, the
that's
fun
what
thing
you
about these
do.
two
Oh.
players is we are playing
Yeah, last time
2
bottom deck.
different
That is
ranks
kinda
I
here.
am
scary.
so much more powerful
Are
this
gonna
time.
see a different,
Yikes.
queue setup here. So who's gonna actually pull the better hand here?
Okay.
Good
And you
night.
know me, of
Also,
course, I'm not
my
the kind of guy to
insides
lie
are
about that.
Fretting over here because this
Right.
stream is doing that thing.
Right.
So there's
So
4
Definitely,
out of 5
uh,
glass cards
no
for
legume going on
Sizaak.
hit him with one of those.
This
I
red
think
seal
that forces his
steel
hand.
is
He's
going
gotta
to
play
do more held in
his
hand
first.
than
This
played
this
right
does
now.
force my hand.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So I'm
You
gonna
got
go
it.
and
Dog gets 3 out of
force you
4
right back.
of the red seal glass.
No.
Definitely gets turn order here.
And there it is, flush 5 of glass for Sizaak.
No red seal glass though.
No red seal glass, but
I'm
his
really gonna hate not
bloodstone
having
is...
calculator.
Doc's getting greedy with
Really
these
gonna hate
rolls.
not having calculator.
He is.
I guess any
You're
jack we can
rewarded.
turn into a glass card. We have all of our red seals. Just need another jack to build that glass flush 5. And there's plenty of steel as well to draw.
I mean, it's
That was zesty over
kings,
here.
right?
Alright, king, sorry.
Sorry, that's not for you. That's for me.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
one
mean,
more
let
king.
let me
2 more
think about
kings
it.
left.
I guess you can keep that king if you want to be safe.
Yeah, Sizaak potentially up a steel card. We will see what the draws have in store.
That's
yeah,
pretty
and
brutal.
Doc,
All right. Well,
Doc, I mean, they're holding the Sun Justice here because they can
Low-
sun up this king, rip
I
the
got
Justice
you
on
with the
top.
low to medium
Now they have
heat
flush
over
5
here.
glass with 2 steel in
Okay.
hand. Sizaak going to have 3, potentially more. They still
Uh,
have a few hands to go
I've only got one
to look
hand.
deeper.
And it's
And this is going
gotta
to be
this, I
the
guess.
most powerful hand Doc could play outside of
Good
a
luck,
couple more
me.
steel in hand.
Good luck, you.
Yeah, those red seals are technically doing more than this bloodstone is going to do.
One
anyway
break.
To...
And E9 from
It's
Doc.
pretty good.
I think the
I mean,
first card in
Sure
the
can
hand
beat
was
that,
the
the
red
question
seal.
is how...
And it's really,
Oh,
really
no, don't tell me
unfortunate for Sizaak here that their build ripped
Oh, I'm gonna have to
wires
come back and do
through
this
Salt
again. I'm gonna have
Sixes
to keep
because
doing
they
this.
cannot sell
Yeah.
this for less
Yeah,
glass breaks.
unfortunately,
they
I think
need
you
to
will.
play all 5 glass here to
Um,
even have a chance to win here. Down the photograph.
I really don't know how much...
Yeah, just
I mean, this is gonna be close.
How
we
much I need to go with here.
no red seal, but we have
Oh, okay,
full
not making it any easier
steel.
on me either.
This
Nope.
is gonna be
They're
close.
telling me we got another game after this. Did you know that?
We do, yeah. That is
I
true.
feel like we've had a nice full evening hanging out
Thinking
together.
about playing the red seal.
Yeah,
still,
it's been
but
it's been
there's-
it's
that's
been kind
not
of full.
more
I guess we
points.
just have to make it a little bit fuller.
Not.
Using
Yeah.
Vagabond as a spoiler
think
block.
this is enough.
Oh, no way we're not risking the flush 5.
I don't want to do the math. Maybe I
Okay.
should just be safe. But like,
This is such a risky play. I think this is game losing.
oh man, if I play this and,
so
and I
hard
lose,
without
that
a
is so bad.
calculator.
But like,
I
I don't.
Yeah.
I think like
We have
we're
8
thinking-
glass
yeah.
on Sizaak's side, and we're not risking any red seal glass. You cannot.
I think
Ships
I don't
it.
wanna-
Yeah,
the math would.
he ships
There's too
it.
many numbers here. The math
I
would take
mean,
too long to
enough.
calculate.
I always tell people better safe than pregnant.
Yep, this is true.
Oh, yeah.
E10.
Okay, I think
if
I
he
didn't
didn't
do that.
play
Okay,
that,
thank
could have been
goodness.
over right
Nice.
there.
That was a really close one.
I
That was a
heard
close
some
one.
glass.
Sure.
I don't
Alright.
know how
Okay,
many,
okay.
but I did
It
hear
must
next
have
time.
lagged.
We'll
It
wait
must have
for
lagged
the-
or something, 'cause
for
it
the
looked like
overlay.
no glass for some reason.
Wow, and we needed a good portion of that steel as well. We needed a
Was
good
it? No
portion of
way.
that
I
steel.
swear I heard the glass. The glass
Okay,
breaking.
okay. Yeah, this I don't know
we'll
about
get
this
a look
one.
at the deck, I guess.
Sizaak fighting here. Doc put down to 2 lives, just 2 more that this Bloodstone needs to be enough. But also that's 2 Joker slots Sizaak can't fill if there's a lot in these rerolls, especially a lot that he's missing with that voucher.
We will get a fully updated information momentarily as soon as
2 breaks for Sizaak, which does not matter
Okay.
when we have 8 glass and we didn't lose the red seal.
Yep. 100%.
You just need to build 2 more hands.
Dude, and that steal was actually so important. Sizaak drawing all that steal. I think if Doc drew a couple more steal, they would have been able to compete with that hand with the photo, but
Yeah, it was a 3x difference there.
yeah.
Doc had 2 more
So
steal
they
in the
needed
deck.
2. Yeah, I mean they needed both, but still crazy close. And I'm trying to not going for red seal steel over red seal glass. It's
so much worse.
Technically no Bean. I'm just saying red seal steel in hand is technically more scoring than the red seal glass played. Because you get 1 bloodstone trigger and 1 2x.
Yeah, but a regular
which is
steal
less
in
than-
hand.
Yes.
Because it's 3x for
Yes.
the red seal when you play it. It is 1.5x when you hold it.
In that situation, yeah, Bean's correct.
Well, no, what I mean is like if we have the option to play flush 5 glass and we can either play the red seal steel or we can either play a red seal glass or hold a red seal steel. We should hold a red seal steel.
Yeah, but also playing a red seal glass is better than holding a red seal steel versus a normal steel. Because a red seal is applying 1.5x on the card held in hand,
And
but
a
it
2x.
applies
1.5x and a 2x.
held in hand. It applies
Held in hand, it's
1.5x.
three 1.5x's.
You're not understanding, but
The real
the
question
red seal
is,
you can hold. There's so
yeah.
many random
Oh,
steel in this
no,
deck.
I know what you're saying. You're
It's
saying that
1.5x,
the red
but
seal is only 1.5.
And the
because
red
it's
seal
only
applies
triggering the steal one
3x
time.
when you play it because it triggers the glass and the bloodstone.
Yeah, I think I understand what you're saying, and I think I'm doing a bad job of communicating what I'm saying because I understand what you mean, and that does follow. But I think I'm trying to say something a little bit different than what you think I'm trying to say. But like whatever.
I just think that putting the red seal on the
we
Baron
can
is
talk
the
about it
better
after.
move.
It's chill.
So
I do think definitely we should be
Ooh.
going red seal glass, and we had the opportunity to, and we didn't. But
Do we see a Baron this game? We got red seal kings with a mime on Doc's side.
be interesting. Yes, they know
No.
PEMDAS, and I can only count to 10. So that's, counting to 10 and PEMDAS is all the math I know. So whatever they say, I just say they're both right. Vagabond's right. Bean is right. Doesn't matter. Whoever speaks first is right.
I mean, I think that's actually the case here. We're just
I
having
think
different
it is
arguments.
correct. No, like it's funny you say that because it is the case. That is the case. What Bean is saying is correct, and what I am trying to say is correct. But I'm also
I don't know
failing
what
to communicate it,
Vagabond's
so it's
saying
fine.
still.
No, I'll
You're saying
let you, I'll
building
talk to you about it after the
towards.
game.
Okay.
No, we'll talk about it after the game. It's chill. I think I literally I need to pull up like MS Paint and draw, bro. All right, but for both of these players here, I mean, not Doc. I think Doc really needed to win that last PvP, or else they're really reliant on finding something new in the shop, right? I mean, because Sizaak's score is only going to get better as we turn our red seal into glass and start playing it, or even potentially get more red seal steel or whatever. The point is, Sizaak is going to get more tarot cards, have better deck fixing with this voucher, and and end up winning the next PvP, or will be very likely to, unless Doc finds something in the shop.
I'm not sure. I think
Yeah.
this Tarot Tycoon is really hurting Sizaak. We're not getting the taros we need, and all of these rolls from Doc could easily be something that Sizaak misses out on.
Well,
Yeah,
absolutely, and that's why I'm saying he needs to find something, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
last
he needs to
TNT
find
he got
something.
bailed.
He could, absolutely, but he does need to find it.
I
I would say he's
wonder.
probably likely to as well.
I wonder what the odds are of him getting bailed by, Temperances and Hermits to keep him caught up in the queue. You know what I mean? Like using that money generation to keep him caught up in the queue, and how easy it is for him to get behind the queue.
I mean, $40
without
from
those
Lucky
things showing up.
Cards
Well,
Right.
that's not
is gonna
bad.
help Sizaak a
Big.
lot here. Doc heading into PvP at 3 rolls. Sizaak already in the lead on rolls with $70 here, and a temperance from that
Yep.
Tarot Tycoon.
Yep, and yeah, we are going to be rerolling quite a bit, probably seeing jokers that Doc might not even see here. But all the taros here are really gonna allow Sizaak to have their pick of the litter here, and into what they're gonna bring into the PvP. My priority here for Sizaak would 100% be Death Justice, but we will see what we get. It's a lot of taros, but maybe you don't get exactly what you want.
I forgot that Sizaak doesn't have any red seal glass.
Yep.
So far.
Okay, Hangman's going to be better than the Devil. We'll guarantee our draw maybe a little bit better. We're seeing strength for about the third time, and now it's a $10 reroll. Much, much scarier. Driver's license up for Doc as well. They're really trying to end this game off. They lost by a 3x last PvP, and here they're potentially hoping that this driver's license makes up the difference.
We've got the driver's license. We're down a red seal, but also that chariot up top, a better draw. You know, we have this hand size voucher. Maybe thinking that's enough. But Sizaak also has a lot to gain from a better draw here as well, with both those red seal steel.
Yep, absolutely.
I was gonna ask. I think he showed it and I missed it. Does Doc have 5 red seal glass? I don't think he
We've
does.
got
Right?
3.
He just got
No,
3 in the
three,
we
overlay.
have
yeah.
3.
That's what I thought.
So we're going to be missing out on a 2x from last PvP, but the driver's license compensating for that, and then as well as Mime with Steel here. We almost have perfect draws. It looks like we're going to miss out on 4 cards in the deck. We have a couple
Ooh.
steals to draw. It looks like we're going to
Doc
drop
not being
one.
greedy enough here. I think with seeing the difference in score last time, you got to go for the high roll hand. But we get almost max steal. Missing,
Yeah, absolutely.
missing 1. And that flush
Sizaak
5.
is struggling on his draws, by the way.
Yeah, here's the flush 5. I think this is this score is
Wait,
higher than their score
Wait.
last
Yeah.
PvP.
How did
he
not...
turned a wild jack.
Doc.
That's a brutal misplay.
If you're waiting on me, just let me know,
It's
and then
gotta
I'll
be
ship it.
something that you register in the back of your mind.
Yeah,
you head into the PvP. You have
Okay.
this is the last
Okay.
enhancement for driver's license, and you're
As funny as
thinking,
this is the
okay,
Global
so the
Battle
driver's license is basically online. All I have to do is use the chariot on anything. But that's not true. You can't use it on an already enhanced card.
Oh,
It's gonna
no.
be 18 billion,
Oh,
which
no.
is
That's
more
bigger than
than
the last
okay,
time.
okay, that
Sizaak
does
needs to
clear the
find
last
all their
one.
steel here.
Okay.
And all their glass.
Yeah.
Do we have a
Yeah.
flush 5?
So all you
We
gotta do
have
is run it
6
back
glass.
just like last time.
Yeah, I
think
we
there's
have
2
more
more in the
glass
deck.
hand right now, and there's
Taros
one
have
left
been
in the
a little
deck.
bit less helpful. I didn't have anything that helped.
Did you
We
get
have
the
the flush 5. Has
Did
to
you
find
get
it,
the
though.
tycoon? Did you get all the tarot?
I'm not
did,
sure
yeah,
how
did
thin
you?
Sizaak's deck
I
is.
did not.
But maybe
Yeah, it feels like a
juggler,
little bit too much, and
meaning
yet it still wasn't
slightly
enough. Apparently,
less optimal discards, less optimal.
I could probably
hands.
held a trade earlier, but you know,
Man,
you think
Doc.
We'll
I
see
don't
here,
know,
man,
there's
it's
no
crazy because
justice
if
in this
Doc
world, I
doesn't
guess.
make that misplay on the driver's license,
Hashtag no
I think there's
justice?
100% win here.
I mean, we'll see the difference in
Hashtag
scores,
justice
but
for Zachary.
if he loses by that much, definitely gonna haunt him.
Okay, I mean,
Yeah, absolutely.
yeah,
And there's
we draw-
Red Seal
we
Steel
have to
drawn
specifically
again.
draw
I'm
one of the
not sure
cards.
how many cards are
But
left
like,
in
I think we
Sizaak's
have to
deck.
keep that as well. so I
Not
don't
very
think we
many,
can
but we
afford
need to find this
guarantee it.
glass. It is so important.
Gamble maxing?
Yeah.
Looks like we're gonna go for
Yeah.
the.
I mean, when
so
you're on one
we
life,
have
might as well.
That's not a good sign.
6. Looks like
Play to your outs.
Yeah.
left, and
What are the odds
we
on
hit-
this? 3 cards.
Does
Okay.
Finds the flush 5 and
Oh,
both
no,
Red Seal
no.
glass and CCs. No.
I'm at the menu. I
No.
think
Dude,
I
wait,
disconnected.
the
I think
server
it kicked me
reset?
out.
No, I think I did again.
Wait,
It
the
was on
server
home
reset.
screen.
I'm at the home screen.
Okay.
We're both on the home
no,
screen.
because both of them are no longer in the lobby. That was a
Wait, are
server
you at
reset. The
the-
server resetting.
Oh, that.
That's
Like,
not
you
even
mean
their
the
fault.
lobby or?
Or I guess
I'm at-
Sizaak picked white.
Sizaak had the pick.
You're
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, Sizaak picked white, and then Sizaak has the pick again because they lost the
Yeah,
last game. so-
white stake wasn't working out for Sizaak, so we go the exact opposite.
Yep. All right, I'm so ready for some black gold gameplay. Who's ready?
I mean, these are 2 of the best black gold players. This is gonna be a good watch.
Absolutely. I'm so ready for this.
I have to beat you up so bad you wish you didn't get beat up so bad.
I see. I see. Well, you're on.
My plan is to beat you
Zayden,
up so
I'll
bad
fight
that
for
you
your-
wish
for
you
your
didn't get
money.
beat up so
For his
bad.
honor. All right. Good luck, Zachary. See you in a bit.
Good luck. Good luck.
All right, we're in it.
All right. We're off to the races. Sizaak really. I can't tell if they're just talking.
I
in
don't
chat
think
or
we're
if they're
looking at this
considering the
skip. We're not.
I don't think so either.
Yo. Welcome in, Raiders. Congrats, Dom. It's a great run. Gonna miss watching you play gold stakes, but we'll run some multiplayer soon. So you can get in the league. But congrats. That's an impressive feat. I'm glad you were able to pull it out. We're watching some Major League Balatro. These are, I mean, you've heard me mention Doc when I was coaching you. Doc is the gold stake goat, and we're on black deck, gold stake. Sizaak, also extremely good at gold stake multiplayer. So this is a good watch. Anyone welcome in, but I appreciate the raid.
We'll see. I might be wrong. Oh yeah, no, never mind. I'm wrong.
Ooh, both players not able to afford Spectral Pack Shop 1. That does make your decision a lot easier, though.
Yep, absolutely. Smiley face for that consistency. It is stickerless, which is why we're gonna go with it. But man, anything could have been in that buffoon pack. Maybe like a Grimbo or something along those lines. The one thing that's very scary about Smiley face on these higher stakes is you have to draw your face cards. And not only that, you have to draw your face card in combination with a hand that's actually going to be helpful here. Burnt Joker showing up should be a snap pick for both of these players. You can at least get one level in the blind. If you really don't want to pay that rental fee, you can sell it immediately after. The question is, how long are we going to hold on to it? And Sizaak skips the abstract Joker.
I mean, you
That
can
is
live with
a-
this Smiley face.
Yeah.
It's an expensive
Yes,
abstract
but-
as well. The interest early. I think we're also going to be selling this Burnt Joker. Doc decides to
Yes,
keep it, maybe playing more of a vanilla black. This is multiplayer versus single player gaming. And this is a great riffraff.
Yes, especially for Sizaak. I mean, passing up on the abstract is basically saying, hey, I'm risking losing, dying to the blinds. But I want this
Doc?
econ early, and this riffraff is just so good.
Doc got
I love this.
black decked, sold the Smiley face prematurely. But we get a rebate. This is going to be a strong seed for sure.
Yeah, Sizaak actually pretty severely punished for selling out of that Burnt Joker. The pair levels that Doc is going to get out of this guy is quite high, and when we have the rebate to compensate for the money it's gonna cost, it could be very worth.
Yeah,
I mean-
Doc accidentally winning there. He's
Ooh.
a little bit bummed about that.
Yeah, with just so much base malt and chips. But this is, I mean, this burnt joker can't be staying too much longer. We do have lots of room for jokers with these 6 joker slots. But I can't imagine this is a pair game with how strong of a start it is. We have a rebate. We have this riffraff to find Photo or Chad, or even both. I just don't know how far pair levels will take you. Definitely could be valuable in these early lives, but it definitely not coming at 0 cost.
I mean, Bean, I don't know how much Black Deck Gold Stake you've played, but even when you get this really, really strong start, it's still very difficult to pivot it into a retrigger setup, just because of the fact that your deck is a 52 card deck and you're only seeing half of it most of the time. The Wasteful Voucher will absolutely help, but you need so much deck fixing to really get that online, and it's very hard to actually get that on Black Deck Gold Stake. We'll see though, but I feel like the pair levels on this Burnt Joker are just going to be super impactful.
I mean, they're definitely going to be
have yet to
strong
see
heading
it.
into this PvP.
Yeah, I don't think that there's going to be the typical problems where you're struggling to live the blinds. I don't really think that's going to be something that the players are dealing with, but we're definitely... Sizaak's going to have a hard time competing. Their jokers are going to have to do a lot of heavy lifting in the PvP to compensate, I feel like, for the levels.
I mean, this
We'll
smiley
see.
face, scary face, not too bad.
Absolutely.
Sizaak coming with a Eternal Chad here.
Ooh.
I think that's a take here. You could absolutely run into the Chad from the riffraff, but that is a very risky play relying on that. But
And
Chad with the
Chad is
smiley
often
scary.
staying in the lineup regardless. That Eternal Sticker not going to matter
Right.
too much.
Yep. And yeah, I mean the Eternal Riffraff is going to have done its job, given the scary face, given the rebate. It was definitely worth, and the fact that it's a Sly Joker on top of everything else, going to be very impactful. Am I crazy for looking at this bootstraps? I feel like that
Yes.
bootstraps ain't that bad.
Not with Riffraff. You got to make room.
Yeah, I suppose not.
That's
with
a-
Riffraff,
that's a
right?
Joker
Yeah,
slot.
You're right. Yeah, not with Riffraff. That is the one way that this seed
This-
immediately turns into the retrigger setup, is with the photograph. I mean, if we find the photograph, we probably play flushes with high base mult.
Doc
Is how
hasn't
I
bought
would
this
wanna
voucher
pilot.
yet, and it's scaring me. Surely with
God,
rebate.
I mean,
With rebate, it's got to be. Okay.
Rebate
We
and
get
the
there.
burnt Joker.
yeah, I was like, there's no way he doesn't take it here. We're already wasting
Right.
one discard with the
And
with
we're
burn.
keeping burnt over the riffraff value.
All right.
Especially, oh, we get the 8-ball with the Chad. Both players getting that single proc hit here.
All right, it's going to come down to I mean, I guess it's not going to come down to this PvP, but what I meant to say is this PvP is going to come down to whether these pair levels off
kinda
the burnt
hate
Joker are going to
this.
be able to compensate for the big
Anyway, that's
hands
not
that
your problem.
Sizaak
Let
is gonna be able to
me
put
let me
up
do a little
with the Chad
little
on the
of this.
smiley
Let
and the
me.
scary.
Yeah, that
Okay,
Chad.
it could
It's
be
not
one of
looking
those.
good for Doc. I'm gonna be completely honest here.
Yeah, this might be just a very good
How greedy am
tarot.
I?
How much money can we get? How many tarots can we get from this 8-ball and take our losses
You're
here?
given a choice on a strength there. You got a 7 and a 10. I love this
Yeah, how
strength.
greedy.
Yeah, it could be considering
or a-
the
or a
strength
9.
for rebate angle here.
Honestly, forgot about that one.
Strengthen the
Okay.
9 into a 10, get
I got so
5
focused on
extra
this.
dollars on
Yeah,
Black Deck.
let's
You know, it's
go.
it's going to be very difficult for you to really build into those higher value hands, those 4 of a kind. So maybe investing
Pretty
that
sure we
into,
can get those like that.
into a lot of face cards isn't as impactful as $5 right now.
So is
Is a
that
5 of a kind 8s.
just worse than doing that? Huh.
It puts all your 8s in one hand, so you're not going to be able to farm too many taros with that Chad 8-ball.
Right,
But
but on
it's
the
better
flip
than a
side,
pair.
he also knows that it's probably the only chance he has. That's, separated from Sizaak.
All right.
Yes, this steal for Sizaak as well is just going to be so much scoring. I think it will be
Okay.
near impossible to take it
We have a
home.
Looks like I
Lush
need to
house.
play here.
Lush house from Sizaak.
For now. For now.
Yeah. Wow.
Beautiful.
Told you.
Incredible.
It's a strong seed
This
for
is-
sure.
This is very unlikely, Bean. You can acknowledge that.
All my black gold games are this easy.
I know.
That is.
You just got to take the line, and there's always a rebate just around the corner.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, just very well played from
So-
Sizaak here, getting that smiley scary
do one
with
of
the
those.
Chad. It's a lot of scoring, and this could turn around for Doc if we see the photograph. They will be slightly better positioned with the higher base levels.
Yeah. Okay.
Sizaak will be
So,
forced
there's this,
to
there's
hold on to
that,
the smiley to get
there's
decent base molt if they're going to play a
Probably
weaker hand.
we.
It really does depend on the deck fixing in the near future, though.
Doc's
that.
still keeping this burnt joker.
It's powerful.
Alrighty, right.
See you next time.
See you in a bit.
Yeah, I'm really curious to see where this is going to go, especially with re-triggers. I immediately see a trio too, by the way, which is like...
Okay, but it's rental, and again, it's very scary to do when you only have 3 hands and 3 discards. It's I mean, we found the discard voucher that just equalized the amount we were able to look in the deck right now, but
Just get your draw, Vagabond. It's not that...
just
Tell
get
the
your
game what
draw
you
on
want.
Black Bet Gold Stake.
That's right.
Like-
Just tell the game what you want and move on.
Ooh, red seal glass 8 or ace.
Yep. Red Seal Glass Ace with the Chad. We'll see if that ends up mattering this game.
Aura and Rave here. Doc still at the $20. Gonna use the Aura. I'm curious to see if Sizaak will roll down, ignoring the
Okay.
mine, by the way, obviously.
Yeah, Eternal Mine passed up.
Yes, Sizaak's
I
spending down.
honestly,
So we are going to
wouldn't
see
have made
another
it.
driver's license on Sizaak's side.
Oh my
I
gosh,
can't
I will
wait.
cry. I would. Oh, poor guy. Please don't say that. No.
I cannot wait for the driver's license in the raid.
Im-
All right, selling out of Scary Face could
Oh,
be scary.
That's
Oh, even
Hey,
worse.
that's right. Wait, that's so good.
Even
That's
worse.
so
Oh
good.
no.
Max win for Sizaak here. What?
It's not the immediate sell to just.
No.
Yep. This is a good gold stake player right here.
I.
We're on black deck and our hands are not set up for that.
What? Obelisk is so good on Gold Stake. It is. That's a lot of X-Bolt.
Oh,
We already
what a
passed on the
beautiful
3x.
duel on Sizaak's screen, by the way.
Obelisk just wins for Sizaak. Am I crazy? Am I surrounded by lunatics? What is happening? Oh my
Obelisk
God.
is great, but
Is this how you feel when I pass Bean? Bean, is this how you feel?
I mean,
This
it's
might be how you feel.
it's an obvious pass there though. So when you pass Bean,
Oh
it's
my
like
God. Oh my God.
yeah, this is gonna be a fun to-do list, by the way, for Sizaak here.
high card versus
able to-
4 of a kind. There's some desync there. Maybe looking at collection.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how that originated. Doc opting to play the 4 of a kind instead of multiple pairs for more 8-ball value.
Guys, I'm sorry. I'm gonna be caught up on this obelisk for a while. I'm gonna be sad about this for a little bit. Bro, it's like this obelisk just wins because it's a massive X molt. It's just
Vagabond,
so
you gotta
much
be
X
careful,
molt.
man. You're gonna end up on the Major League Balatro memes page.
Bro, I don't care. I'm preaching my truth right now. I'm preaching. Look, it's just I see too much obelisk slander, and now I'm gonna have to have a conversation with Sizaak after this game. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna have to talk to him, and I'm be like, I really thought you were one of the real ones, but
Sizaak gonna have to teach
guess that's just
Vagabond
not the
the
case.
Balatro fundamentals. Make sure to tune into that one.
Sizaak selling and getting his scary face back. Selling the to-do list, which was on a 3 of a kind, by the way.
I'm curious if we're gonna be keeping that till the PvP. We sold out of it for the Wraith. Didn't get a good hit at all with the Wraith, and now you have the option to keep it for PvP. That's a lot of chips. You have the Chad still. Even just turn order with the high cards could matter.
Now that glass is in the question here, we might see Doc rewarded a little bit for those pair levels. Potentially, this is where the payoff could begin. I'm surprised that Doc just ripped the glass on a Jack right now. Seems a little bit dubious when it's black deck. I mean, you're not guaranteed to find that guy in PvP, and lives are a very, very important resource, so you really wanted to use it. I guess with the abstract and the glass not really doing too much on a pair, I think it would give like around 15 molt. We have like 5
I think
base
it's
or
more
6.
so just wanting to clear those tarot slots with the 8-ball Chad.
I see. No, that does make a lot of sense, actually. You're right.
Sizaak gonna do the same here.
It was such a good obelisk. I'm sorry. Okay. Fool for Justice. I mean, Doc getting 3 glass cards in the deck here potentially could be very impactful. It's still not going to be as much scoring as the Smiley, but it's at least getting there.
What do you think about just ripping a pair with that ace?
With the ace of Red Seal, I love it. Seems like a phenomenal idea to me. I think that this game is not going to go to the point where the Red Seal ace is like the decider and you just print as much Red Seal ace as possible. I think that's pretty unlikely. I would do that if I knew that I would win the PvP from it. If I didn't know if it was going to win the PvP, maybe not. But if I knew I was going to win the PvP, it's absolutely worth it for a 1 in 4.
Is that Rental Showman? Sizaak, I'm not sure where it's all coming from, but has just made so much more money here. Maybe that's partly the gold cards mixed with this rebate, being extra greedy for that. And there's a photograph. Those rolls are definitely gonna pay off here.
Much
Oh
payoff
my
here.
goodness. 6 rerolls. There is no shot Doc is finding this photograph. And now that we have Smiley, Photo, Scary Face, we have made the transition to a full face card build. Now, I mean, if we're gonna sell it as Smiley, we're really relying on a big hand. I mean, we need to play at least like a flush.
I mean, we got
make
the
up
flush
for-
house.
Could
with
be a
that world
photograph for
card
Doc
upstairs.
here.
Yes, we have flush house draw with the world card, but it's definitely not guaranteed. 3 hands, 3 discards. This is black deck. I will keep saying
Oh,
that.
there's
a death
death
card for
card.
Sizaak. That'll definitely help.
What is guaranteed is Vagabond's blood pressure going up when we skip on a obelisk, though.
It was a really good obelisk. We just
Do you think
deathed the
obelisk
king
beats
and
this
then,
photo
and then,
chat?
the death. Well, I think you can have the obelisk and the photo chat.
Well, I think we
Doc?
would have lost rebate value and not found the photo chat.
Doc selling
Yeah,
out of
sure.
abstract and some other friends there to see if he can get something better. I mean, we don't, but
I mean, I'm surprised we're doing it that late. Definitely a good play. We're down photo
Yep.
Chad now. You lost the first PvP. You're probably expecting to lose this one based on your opponent scoring 50k last time. So just looking for that high roll when you have no chance of, like, it's not going to die to the blind if you're going to die either way.
I mean,
Doc just
Sizaak
gonna
really
shove
just
it
needs to
in.
draw this flush house here. It's coming down to that. I mean, I wonder how greedy they're gonna discard for the glass here. Looks like we're gonna drop 2 10s here, so maybe not fully playing for the flush house draw, hoping for the glass more, because that was a spade 10, so we could have incorporated that in the flush house.
There's that red seal glass ace.
Justice and a World card. If we draw a Spade Ace, we could see a Flush House for Doc. But if Sizaak draws a glass of their own, they should be fine here. Yeah, like even here, I mean, the
Okay.
Red Seal Ace is just not gonna. Okay, there's the glass
one do
face
I-
card. The Red Seal Ace is just not gonna be as
don't-
You can
impactful.
flush house here.
Probably this one,
Yeah,
right?
you can flush
I
house
mean,
with the glass
Yeah.
ace, but
It's definitely better
you're
right
gonna
now,
wanna
but
death that
long
queen,
term,
though.
I don't know.
You know,
He's
it's
better at
great
the
about
moment.
being me. I've only got the
What?
one thing, so it's easy for me to decide.
Well, there you go.
Well, there you
Less,
go. Look at
less
that.
Doc has the
competition.
More of a
Makes
kind,
life simple.
but maybe acknowledging that the pair level.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I think I do this.
Gonna
it looks like-
set the ace for the
No,
more
flush-
scoring at the
flush
moment.
house.
Do
Sure.
I go all in?
and Sizaak
Should I
deaths
hit
the
you with
Red
it?
Seal Ace.
I think I will.
I mean,
This
that's
is gonna be
2x
more
extra here.
scoring. Yeah, it's
Yep.
more scoring right
Yeah,
now,
get-
but I'm
get
more
sick
so
with it.
thinking about the future. You really want to draw at least one glass face card in the PvPs, and just
That
having
makes
two
sense.
copies of it.
I mean,
puts
we
you
have
in
8-ball
such
Chad.
an insane
It's not
lead,
crazy.
right? I mean, even with 8-ball Chad, I mean, what's the chances you get specifically a death and or a justice in the next ante?
Or you can just draw that card again.
I mean, and the other thing is too is I mean they're having those conversations where I think Sizaak is getting an understanding where Doc is. I
Mhm.
think he's also just getting a grasp that Doc is not there, so he's able to ship something like that, scare him out of it. And I mean, proof right there. Doc just says no.
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess so. But if you didn't think Doc was at that point, then well, I guess the flush house, there wasn't really any holding back there. I guess we could have played one less glass. I think if we knew we were ahead. Okay, loyalty card. Now that is an interesting pickup, especially on black deck. It gets really, really weird. You can't play every hand. You have to play one hand in small blind or big blind and two hands in one of the small blinds or big blinds. And then it will be lined up for you if you find it in the small. And Doc taking a second to acknowledge it and rolling past it.
Yeah, I think Doc, seeing the score difference, knows 4x is not the way to get there, and the
Right.
difficulty of getting that 4x not going to be worth it. But we still are getting riffraff value on Doc's side. That photograph could easily come back, and then Doc is right back in the game.
I think Doc is putting two and two together and realizing he is missing a photograph. I don't think there's any way.
Ooh, but we're at risk here. 9,000. We might need to play the glass.
That's a scary situation, and I mean, this is where Doc really wish they had those like maybe if they kept the burnt Joker for longer,
Oh no.
they would have been able to beat this 9K without a sweat. But that is the consequences of taking the aggressive multiplayer line. Sizaak is gonna have to come up with creative ways to get out of this blinds himself. When I was playing Gold Save against Raffle, my solution was to run idle, was just play Flush House, get a lot of Flush House levels. And Sizaak is on a similar course as that. They might be forced to play some glass, unsure. But they do have the photo, Chad, so it really shouldn't be a problem. And Doc, without that photo, they're in a very scary situation, having only the pair levels and the Chad and a foil.
Are we discarding? Oh, no. What? I think we have to play this glass to make it out. Oh, the splash 8-ball is actually so nice.
Yeah, that's... Wait, that splash is actually crazy. 3,000 from the pair with the steal. That was with Chad on the Hierophant. Not... So we can't really replicate that 3 times and call it a day. We are likely going to be forced into playing this Jack here.
I mean, there's another chariot. Yeah, maybe it's close.
I mean, really thinking about it here, I think we might go for it. Yeah,
We're gonna
here's
do-
the pair. Let's see
Here
if
we
it's
go.
calculated.
Not gonna Chad the glass.
Oh yeah, he's
Oh, you're
good.
Yeah, the
smart.
splash. It's the splash. Yeah, no. Okay. I mean, really cool usage of splash. They're getting the effect out of 8-ball while still getting the 2x, which is gonna be enough to beat the blinds.
8-ball really
It's a
sleeping
cool
that
usage
blind
of
though.
Joker. It's true. Eternal Rental Trading Card. Probably not a pickup here, but just gonna acknowledge that Joker
Sizaak
exists.
lost a life
Is
to a
here.
blind.
I was gonna say Sizaak did lose a life, by the way. I was just waiting, but yeah,
Very
Sizaak
too
did
locked in on
catch
Doc.
there.
I mean, blinds
He
are
wanted to
scary for
focus
Doc.
on this drunkard Joker for rebate, so he even said on his POV he's being a little greedy right now. But maybe that greed is gonna worth it a little bit here with $64. So
Okay, discard that drunkard for Sizaak going to be phenomenal.
Doc
Just because we're
keeps a splash and a business card and doesn't get rebate value.
yeah, Sizaak, this drunkard is so important for this lineup. I think it might be. Of course, there's the photo chat as the core scoring components, but this drunkard, don't sleep on it. It's what is going to allow Sizaak to draw the flush house consistently in the PvP. Draw, hopefully the glass face card, which is so crucial to the scoring. So definitely good pickup for Sizaak. Now, another really difficult thing that I kind of really like about vanilla that it puts you on is if you're trying to go this flush house line that Sizaak's going, you're also trying to build in the glass cards for the PvP, right? But every single card you glass is another card that you can't use in your flush house in the base blinds unless you're forced to. And if you're forced to, and it breaks, you might have just removed one of your important cards from the deck going into the flush house. So it's a really crazy mini game that they're forced to play here. Sizaak does find the flush house draw, but is strengthening.
it's gonna strengthen. Yep.
I guess maybe we're gonna try to play in the five of a kind or flush.
I mean, it's
five,
still flush house with the
eventually.
aces is the plan.
Yeah, exactly. Which is, I guess, why I'm a little. I guess I'm not sure how far we were built into the queens. But yeah, I mean, having 4 aces and a lot of queens. But no, we discard an ace. We go for the flush 5 draw. And now I think Sizaak is confident they actually win with the photo Chad. I'm not so confident.
That's a
though.
level 1
That's a
4 of a
level 1
kind.
4 of a kind.
Yeah, I don't think.
I mean, you have the foil from the riffraff. Normal
Okay,
4 of a
8x
kind is gonna
8x 4 of
score,
a
like,
kind is like
again, well,
1500.
yeah,
It's
no,
not
just the base 4 of a kind is like, it's like if you play it in a blind, it's like I
with
wanna
the
say
foil
700, 800, and then you have the foil and the Chad
160
chips as
by
well.
7.
It's close. It's definitely close.
180 by 7. Yeah, gonna play it safe here. I'm pretty confident that 4 of a kind doesn't get out.
Oh,
Yeah.
they're gonna have to make a decision here, and
Actually, just do
I
the
mean,
math
this
here.
glass card is
All
so
right.
important for the PvP, right? I mean, I
150.
guess Sizaak might be thinking, I think
170.
there's a good enough chance
It's
this gets
170
out
times
that I'm
56.
gonna play it, and if I lose
170
life,
times
so be it. I
56.
really don't want to break this glass.
Yeah,
It's
that 4 of a
close.
kind's
That's
not
close to
enough.
200 times 50. 200 times 50 is not enough. We have to play.
Yeah. There's the Ankh. That is a... I mean, that's a good rip for Sizaak.
Yeah, I mean, it's a 2 in 3 chance that you get the photo chat, and then a 1 in 3 chance that you get Giga punished. We'll see what happens here. I mean, this would be a sick Ankh. I would love to see the Ankh rip.
Yeah.
Here. But notably, Doc did hit the cryptid on the Red Seal Aces.
Oh,
so...
we have a strength and a hack in shop with those Red Seal Aces as well.
I was gonna say
Oh my god.
in the back of my brain, and again, I was thinking Sizaak had a strength earlier. And I know we went from the queens to the kings, which at the time was a smarter decision. But I was always curious that, like, do you ever just strengthen the aces and the 2s to potentially wrap into a hack? Which, again, that's just my mindset. but
Well, no, I think generally when you have red
Sizaak
seal
not
aces,
decision.
that is
looking at the
the
Onk.
first
Wow.
thing you want to do.
Sizaak
And yeah,
didn't
we're
even
not
consider
even
it.
considering the Onk line.
I mean, if it hits that riffraff, you know, and I know that's what he's just kind of hovering over. It's tough.
Yeah, it's
There's-
game losing if you hit the riffraff almost. I mean,
Is it worth the
especially since you're
$3 to keep
selling out of
hallucination
rebate
around?
and
Maybe.
8-ball, rebate 8-ball hallucination. I mean, mainly the rebate is the big one. And Doc is 2 rolls ahead. If
Yeah.
they go down this line with the aces and the strength, they could just be down a hack if they don't reroll twice, and they really shouldn't, looking at the econ situation.
I'd like to see what Doc's levels are at right now, besides the pairs. I think that's what's going to determine.
I don't think we have any levels.
Nothing.
Definitely haven't played a flush house. It's also going to be difficult. We might even just play flush house aces and 2s here.
Yeah, definitely a lot of glass on Doc's side. I don't know if it's enough to compete with the photo chat here. But we'll see.
There's 4 glass aces. We can play so much glass here. We also have 8-ball to potentially get more.
Yeah, I mean, Sizaak can play 4 glass and Doctor can play 5, right?
Red seal hackable
and then
glass.
They get the additional, they get the additional 2 triggers from the hack as well with the strength.
Death and the Fool, any consideration to not rip this magician? To try to find something? Or do we just rip the
I mean,
magician?
I really wanted to keep that magician because we don't have any levels on Doc's side. A lucky hit before all that glass could have been important, but the draws kind of didn't allow him to do that. We don't get the strength off. We don't draw the aces or the... I guess we could have done the ace, but we don't have that 2 of spades or anything.
Right. Doc shipping this one, getting a Hierophant out of the 8-ball.
Gonna be able to use the strength here.
Sizaak not getting very risky with the draws here. I mean, they find their face card glass here, but only one of the red seal aces, and now Doc looking for something here. They have 2 hands and 1 discard left, so they can look about 10 cards deeper into their deck if they go full aggressive
Sizaak with
here.
the death, though.
Wow.
And we're gonna make the same decision again, maybe to go for the higher top end. I think with how much red seal glass Sizaak has, it's hard to not debt this glass face card.
Yep.
But we're gonna go for the stronger play this PvP.
I mean, when your opponent's at 2 lives, and you know this is gold stake. This is gold stake black deck. A single bad draw could completely ruin Doc's day at 1 life.
Yep.
So, just really valuing winning this PvP. And we'll see if it pays off. 6 million, I don't think Doc ever gets there. I mean, no hands and discards left. The best hand is going to be this 4 of a kind with the steal.
We have level 3.
Tad more than last time. Level 3 on the 4 of a kind here.
I think we might just ship it.
I guess if I gotta go next, then
Yeah, not
Alright.
enough. I mean,
That's
Doc's
not good.
Doc's best hand does win there if we draw all
Yeah.
the glass. But that's the thing, black deck, gold stake. We're not getting very deep in the deck. There was a lot of cards left
There's a
over
voucher that'll help them out both, though.
for sure.
I mean, like, Sizaak also could have drawn 2 more red seal glass as well. I think they probably do if Doc does. So, I mean, I don't know. It's definitely scary. But the question that I have now is, how does Doc ever live the blinds without playing glass every time?
Might be having to rely on this 8-ball to give him some extra juice here, because yeah, I'm with you on this one.
I mean, there's a lot of red seal glass aces. You can take a 1 and 4 each blind. There's a 50-50 chance you lose
Yeah.
one glass card this ante, but definitely not the position you want to be in.
Yep. And I mean, Sizaak is just gonna cruise with the flush houses on the photo Chad. Even getting some 4-of-a-kind levels here as well. Could be easier to draw. There's an eternal blackboard.
Did see
That's
that.
an interesting pick, potentially.
I think on 3 lives, if you do start losing blinds, you have so much time to fill those joker slots. It's a harder pickup for
Right.
Sizaak, but maybe Doc
and-
put in a position where they need to take this.
Doc also knowing he's a 6x off. Now, of course, you made a good point being we get a better draw. We're a lot closer to that, so.
And we're on black gold still. We've normaled out our discards and hands to a regular white stake game, but it's
Yeah.
could be difficult to get blackboard online. Sometimes you need to hold a tarot for that.
Doc with a
Strength
strength
fool.
fool.
Wow.
There we go. And a justice fool on Sizaak's side. So very interesting. Very fun diversion here. Obviously,
Yeah.
with Sizaak not finding that hack, but very.
And Doc passes the blackboard. The decision has been made. I think maybe the strength fool, making a bit of that decision. I'm interested. Yeah, Doc is kind of just forced to play these blinds and risk glass, but
Yeah, I was gonna say we hope 8-Ball can deliver us, but we might be blessed a little bit here because 8 actually is the mail-in rebate card, so he can actually get rid of these 8s via discarding right now, get him trade it for money. But yeah, he's gonna have to hold on to these strength and fools to find what he needs first, which means he's not gonna be able to get 8-Ball value until then.
absolutely. Yeah, I think the $5 per 8 is probably a favorable exchange rate, despite
I
losing
mean,
on the 8-ball value here.
the lucky 8 I wanted to play for sure, but it's kind of hard without the tarot slots right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sizaak going to go full justice. Well, just use the justice, it seems. On the glass, on the face card king. I mean, we've been rocking with a singular glass king in the deck for so long, so having another one, making the chance that we brick that draw in PvP much less likely.
Drawing a 4-of-a-kind, he's gonna splash a glass jack in there, hoping to survive here. Easy peasy.
Yeah, again,
times
really
2.
good use of splash. I mean, that glass jack we really don't care about. It's only the aces and the 2s, and I mean, Doc doing a great job utilizing the glass in a way that won't particularly harm him in the long run, even if it does break.
Yeah. And Doc loves Splash Joker, as it is several videos about why he loves that Joker on Gold Stake, and it is. It can be very useful in a situation like this, especially on random. I mean, I know that jack there isn't random, but if he had some other random glass in his deck via, whatever, Splash is the difference maker there.
Absolutely.
Sizaak is shipping a level 1 flush house and a prayer. This goes out, right?
It's.
I mean, you're doing the math here.
Yeah, I mean, Chad with the photo is. I don't know.
I'm not 100% confident, but he did the math. We got the foil.
Got the 30k.
It is just enough.
Wow.
Didn't need to risk the glass.
Yeah, good
So.
good calculations on Sizaak's end, just figuring that out. Here's Emperor. He can fool for a Justice card that could be super impactful. There's no guarantee you draw both of your glass face cards in the PvP.
Doc not finding anything fun in that shop. Obviously, Sizaak in the same shop right now, and very quickly moving on to the big line.
100%. A very, very minor econ lead for Sizaak here. Just with that Chad and that ticket really allowing for a slight rebound here. in the cash department.
Another death. Do we death the Red Seal Ace again? Or you just hold Justice Death in the PvP?
Yeah, he's discussing wait until the PvP.
There's a lot of tarots to make right now and in the PvP and in this next shop. So it's a bit early, but it could pay off.
Yeah, it looks like we're just gonna rip at least the death early. It looks like Sizaak is really valuing not missing the Ace of Spades draw.
I don't know if did Doc get that death from the 8-ball? I might have missed that part.
Likely, but he's gonna bring it into PvP.
Yeah.
Setting up for a better draw. We've got the hack hand. Missing one strength for that last Red Seal Ace, but there's a lot of glass to play.
Absolutely.
All comes down to the shop. I'd like to see something helpful for Doc here.
I'd like to see Doc get some rebate value.
On 1 life, sir?
Or sorry, riffraff value. I mean the same mistake as
okay.
Vega.
Okay, there we go. I was like, man, I know you like your money, but...
And Sizaak knows they are going to have to risk some glass here. The flush house last blind scored only 30,000. It's not gonna be enough to get us out of this one, or is it? Wait a second.
Well, there's 2 steals here.
How many points did we? Oh, okay. We don't have a
This
flush house.
definitely
It was
this is 32x.
Yeah, flush house was 30k. Although I believe glass has been quite favorable towards both of them. So.
Yep, absolutely. I mean, glass has been Doc has just been playing more glass to get out of the blinds more often, and it hasn't been breaking for him. So of course, it's not going to be breaking for Sizaak.
Sizaak is pulling C-dubs at the moment, I think.
Looking at the Eternal Showman.
He's looking at his Eternal Showman like it's you know.
I mean, you have ticket. I dare say it might be okay if you have ticket, Chad. You have rebates. If you find the photograph or the Chad, it might be a crazy play, but it might just work. I don't. That's crazy. After thinking about this, I don't even necessarily hate this Showman.
Hey, if it's crazy and it's fun, you guys know I love it. So here we go.
I think we're doing it.
Oh my god.
We
we
opened the buffoon pack after.
Oh my god.
There's no photograph here, so it's got to be a Chad. Or I guess these rerolls are new territory.
There's a perishable rebate in case we wanted to downgrade.
Yes.
Could be considering 2 rebates over golden ticket here since we have minimal gold cards in the deck.
He does value those 2 tickets. He just moves on.
Dude, what a sick play. I love this play from Sizaak. I think this play is awesome.
Now I want to see another shop. I think if Sizaak plays this right, he can win here.
Okay. I'm saying there's
definitely
a chance. That's what
Sizaak favored.
Okay.
Yeah.
You maybe don't worry so much, but me, I got some figuring out to do. I gotta do some.
Chat for Sizaak, but
I gotta.
Again, Doc has
under
been
my
doing a
orb,
great
if you
job
know
of
what I
making
mean.
these red seal glass twos. We got a death as well. Every
The
single
classic.
glass card red seal that is hackable
that orb.
is another instance of 2x molt that Sizaak won't have.
I mean, if we can find the 5-card hand of glass, Doc could
Alright,
definitely
so I guess
be in
we
this.
do one of those first.
Absolutely. And I feel like with the death, I think it's very possible.
Okay.
When do you use this death?
I mean, you gotta wait until you've used all your hands and discards.
But
I think.
you're blocking 8-ball right here?
Yeah.
Both in
but,
the amount of
gotta go
tears
for
you get?
consistency at 1 life, right?
No, you go for the high end when you've been behind the whole game. I guess there's you don't know where your opponent is.
I mean, it's 2 different philosophies. Both could win you the game. Both could lose you the game.
I mean, if that's what we get,
That's just Balatro.
could be better though.
Yep.
Now, how come when I say that, everybody calls me crazy?
What do you mean? Who's calling you crazy?
So I guess I
All right,
could be doing it this way.
Sizaak going to find
Okay.
the flush house,
And then
but
we
not
pull up
going to
like
have full
this.
glass. Only gonna have 4 out of 5 here, so definitely not the best draw for Sizaak.
Never mind, that's
Oh,
the
just
flush
kidding.
house. Full
He's
glass
better.
hand with 2 steel.
Yep.
Wow.
That's a tough draw to beat, and Sizaak's gonna have to play first here.
We'll send mine then.
Well, hold on now.
Oh.
I'm not done.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. Can I
What?
know we're not supposed to.
We're gonna pause.
We're not
Well,
supposed
I
to.
guess
buffer
Oh.
for,
I guess
like,
you are behind.
Commissioner,
I guess it's
Commissioner.
You can if you want. That's fine. I guess.
No, Doc doesn't want to see
I'll
the
buffer
score.
it if you wanna
That
see
is
the
just-
Doc
No,
doesn't
Commissioner.
see the score, he's-
No pause buffering.
We're
Yeah,
gonna-
hold
we're
on.
gonna
We're
pause
Hold on.
buffer.
Hold
I know
on.
that's like for strategy thing. So I
We're
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
pause
yeah,
buffer
yeah.
out
Hold the
of
phone.
respect
Hold the
that
you
Doc's
buffer.
recording.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry, I'm so used to. It's just ingrained into me that I behind a score. I gotta play now.
Okay. I gotta do. Okay, I
You
gotta
need
do
to
one of
hit this
those.
draw.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, this is crucial here.
And then.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yikes.
So
That's no dice.
Rough.
how many of those do you have?
I think you did the
I've only
glass
got
ace here, weirdly.
Maybe
Well, we have the
one of
4
those,
kind
and then
levels, maybe
one
not.
of these.
Well, he also has splash.
Alright.
I think I've got.
Oh, true, that's
I think I got more
100%
of
right.
both of
So,
them.
like,
most
that
likely.
ace
Oh, we
the
did
last
more
one.
of both of them. All right. Okay. Okay. It's on its way. There you go. How about
It's
that?
not a bad
I'll let
hand.
it go.
It's just
I'll let it go.
not what Sizaak has.
Ooh, 1
Oh,
red
wow.
seal, 2 away.
Okay, you had that.
Ah,
yeah, okay,
beans.
Ah,
Keeping it
beans.
There were a
close.
couple of
And
times
I mean,
that I could have taken this
wonderfully
ante. It just didn't seem
And
like it was gonna do
Sizaak
enough,
is the
and I
first
needed the
person,
slots for
this
value.
season to take a game off of Doc.
And it would have been
True.
exactly enough, huh?
GG well played.
Yeah, I mean, sucks to suck, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Also,
I
mean,
didn't get the photo.
Doc
Ah,
winning both
nuts.
White State games and Sizaak
Yeah.
saying, you know what, black gold, let's run it, and then piloting the seed to a victory.
Yes,
Against
Sizaak
arguably the best gold stake player of all time.
takes the gold stake games. Doc takes the white stake games.
I thought you were the best Gold Stake player. You beat me on Gold
I was
Stake.
like, you know,
I
you
am not the
play
best Gold Stake
garbage,
player.
and you
That's
slash
definitely
into
not
eights
true.
for the 8 ball.
Dang,
you know?
that's the only cope I had.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I mean, obviously,
No,
it didn't
I-
quite work out.
Well, I heard you- I
was
just
hoping on
wanna
the photo didn't show up.
straighten this out for
but,
the record.
It was.
I heard
Ooh,
you
it was a time.
casting on
It was not a terrible
on
time.
my game versus Nandre
was-
about
it
how I
was-
was
it
saying
was
I
fun.
think I'm not
The show I had the
favored
8
on
ball until
Gold Stake,
recently.
that I'm like
in the
not
last
very
shot
good at
list,
Gold
which is after the
Stake or
Eternal
something.
Showman for-
They said you weren't
I think what I-
comfortable
Oh,
with other
sure,
decks,
yeah,
right?
what I
Eternal
meant to
Showman?
I think what I
That's
said
spicy.
and maybe it didn't get communicated.
There was
what I
like
meant to say
was
is
Eternal
I want
Mime
to stay
I
away
could've
from Gold
done,
Stake because it increases the
and,
variance
I
against
was
people
like,
that
I don't know,
I would.
Eternal
So I
Mime.
prefer
It's-
not to play it.
You know,
I-
it's
I
different,
still
right?
think
It
I'm
depends on the
pretty-
seed. You know how much
Right.
resources there's going to be, and I felt like, okay, if we're starting with Riff Raff and we're starting with Mail and Rebate and Chad, maybe this is a seed where we
Yeah, it
can
was
go
looking pretty
far.
strong. Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
Man.
Yeah, probably
Well-
just came down to, you know, if we're seeing the golden ticket and then we're seeing the photograph, then, you know, that could have. It felt like maybe two
Photo seems to
antes
be the
ago.
difference
That's when
there.
the photograph hit or something like that.
Something like that. It was fairly early.
Oh, okay,
Maybe
okay,
two
okay,
innings, maybe
okay.
3. Two
I
or,
mean,
2 or 3.
Eternal. That means you picked it
100?
up from the shops.
And then from C-Dubs. So
All right. Well, that was a long watch, 4-hour set. Is that the record?
no way. I did a bear and somebody match last year. It started at 7. I think it was Bear and Zano, 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. I went to bed at 2 a.m. Yeah, right there, Zano.
Is it
Yep.
this season though?
No, this season maybe. Yep. That was last season.
All right. That's gonna be all from me. Thanks for casting with me, guys. That was fun. It was a good watch.
Yeah, man.
Thanks for having us, Bean.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah,
Well,
I mean,
y-
it was
yeah.
a good cast. I really appreciate casting with you, Bean, because you challenged me.
We were arguing a lot that that
Hey,
game. It's fun.
and
It's
it's not
fun.
a bad thing. That's not a bad thing, you know? I mean, it really
Yeah.
shows different perspectives, and I hate to admit this, but Obelisk would have been really bad this game, and it sucks, and I'm really mad about it. But whatever.
See, progress,
here so I don't
progress.
get
We're getting
fined.
there.
I
Alright.
No, Fiend, it should have been
All right,
good, but it
peace out,
wasn't
peace
because
out.
all the
Obelisk bad,
retriggers-
bye. Okay, chat, good stream. Good stream. I cannot hear someone defend Obelisk any longer. That's gonna be it for me, though. We gotta to close it out here. I'm gonna go play some games. It is Next Fest on Steam. There's so many good demos out. I think I saw Raffle playing Vampire Survivors Deck Builder. If you like Balatro, there's so many games to play this week. You know, try out some demos, support some devs, add some things to your wish list. That's what I'm gonna be doing. So I'll see you later, chat. We're gonna send a raid out to Baleno. Speaking of long matches, we're gonna raid Bear on theme. Good night, C-Dubs. It's fun casting with you. Alright. Good games, chat. Peace.